So, last time that we played a few days ago, the Zoodles completed their first mission in Kale Moreau by finding the tablet, returning it to the lady whose name is escaping me right this second. But she told you, insight, she told you about the location of the rift leading to the Netherdeep, and told you guys that you need weapons or basically weapons infused with iridium to open it. She told you that she believes there might be keys to the rift within Kale Moreau left behind by some people, members of the consortium, the Familiar Dream, but they did not have the personage to go out and try to find them, um, but that it would be worth trying to get the weapons if you wanted to go further into the Netherdeep. Um, so you guys then returned back to the temple, where you met with Jamil, and he gave you 1,000 gold pieces in total, so 250 each. You gave him the information that you learned. You told him about the Temple of the Archheart and how there's a big invisible dome around it that seems to be of divine magic, nature of divine magic, and you couldn't get in, but you could see in there a little bit, and see there's like this pulsating red crystal with veins on the floor. Kind of looks like a heart. Um, and then Pell convinced Jamil to give him the Ruidium sword, so that you now have one of the 4 keys you need to get into the Netherdeep. And Jamil said that he would contact you guys in a few days to give an update, and very likely send you back down to investigate further. But he needed to do some more research himself, and see kind of how things are going between the Cobalt Soul, the Allegiance of All Sight, and trying to figure out more so what the Vermilion Dream is doing. You guys headed back to, or you headed to, for the first time to stay, the Step Aside Inn and Tavern in the Circlet Walk, where you met Irwan and his husband Kalinau, who were both who were the owners and who both know Emperor Saord. And after that, Pell read the letter from his wife, which was both loving and hilarious. Naf grumpily spent time with his lizard in his room, begrudged that he wasn't at the casino, his preferred place of stay, and the two of you had a girls' night on the roof, made bracelets and braided hair and stuff, and everybody ended up going to sleep for the night, and you guys all leveled up to the next level. So, and that is where we find ourselves this morning, um, waking up in the Step Aside. You can hear the noises from downstairs, like mornings at a busy inn. And you guys have, as I kind of messaged you before, you have the next effectively week to kind of do whatever it is that you want. And I know that you guys have all kind of sent me things on what you want to do. Naf, remember when you leveled up, you get 2 free wizard spells.
Yes, you're right.
Cool. And you rolled. Is your HP the standard array or your normal, whatever it was?
I'm pretty sure I rolled at some point. I don't know if I rolled in the Roll20 game. I may have used I may have Googled Dice Roller.
You're fine. Okay, cool. That's fine. You're at 79. That's cool. We're cool with it. So we will go ahead and actually we'll just start with you then. With you, Pal. What are you doing for the next week? I know you, Pal. Jesus, Naf. My brain is still sinus infection brain. Yeah. So you mentioned that you wanted to make your way up to the casino and babysit for the next week.
He wanted to go back to the casino and spend more time there, babysitting. Between babysitting, he would probably offer to Carrie to teach her some, primordial language of her choosing.
Okay, so we'll say that can be towards the end of that week, because I know Carrie had some other stuff that Carrie was doing during the week. So, like we said before, you'll go up and you can babysit and hang out with the family up there, your adopted family. who adopted who, really. And you can make
That's
and you
true.
can make 2 gold a day, and we'll say that by the end of it, because they don't need you to babysit every day, we'll just say that you make an even 10 gold from taking care of them.
Are there any spell shenanigans?
From the children?
Yes.
Let me. Uh,
Because
so,
if there are any, NAF would offer to assist in quote-unquote training.
okay. You see that they, between the kids, they manage to. They use Fog Cloud pretty frequently, just to play hide and seek, but they only managed to rustle up enough funding to cast Find Familiar one time, because it is expensive. It is a 10 gold ritual, so that's kind of like their Christmas and birthdays for the next year worth of money.
Are you saying they paid you a Christmas and birthdays worth of money for 1 week of babysitting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, hey, but that means though that they'll just have a familiar hanging around.
They do. They managed to get themselves.
Is it a lizard?
No, it's a cat.
Damn.
It's like a larger cat. But you do see that they use shape water just to mess with the casino patrons' drinks all of the time, and to make like little water shapes just running across tables and stuff. And then whenever they make a mess, they use prestidigitation to clean up their mess and pretend it wasn't them. So they're doing sneaky stuff. They haven't really had a use for mage armor, but it's there.
Every now and then, maybe Naf joins in on the fun while babysitting, and he'll join in with his own cantrips. He'll, occasionally, like, they ask for popsicles, he'll frostbite some juice.
That's fine.
He'll throw around, maybe when Jeremy and Ivan are out for the night and he's babysitting during the night, he'll, make a little light to read a book to them or something.
Cool. All right.
Join in on the cantrip fun.
Yeah. And then you have your old room that you can stay in as often as you want. You basically just have a good 5 days of just hanging out at the casino before you think it's probably time to make your way back to your group and where they're staying at the Circlet Walk. So we'll say on day 6 you make your way, the beginning of day 6 you make your way back to the Circlet Walk, and obviously you're always welcome back at the casino, taking care of Jeremy and Ivan's kids and hanging out and visiting whenever you want.
Oh yeah, I still actively pay for my room.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be kept taken care of while I'm not there.
Okay. All right. So next we'll move to Carrie. You made your way to the Cobalt Soul Library for almost every day. We'll say for the first 5 days as well. And you were one of the days you found that Jamil happened to be free enough to sit down and meet with you, because a couple times you've asked, he's been too busy doing his own research, doing Cobalt Soul leader things. He's not always free, but he always happens to be free when he calls upon you to come and see him, because he's expecting of you. Now it's kind of, you're trying to get in a meeting with the CEO, but the CEO's got a busy ass schedule.
Right.
But you posed the question about the Temple of the Archheart with the Corlon, and he says to give him a day so he can kind of research it a little bit more and get some people on it. And so the next day, you learn that there are times when divine beings or beings of immense power can put different types of barriers up over things that are important to them, that can keep anyone who is not the most devoted to them out. And based on the description of the Temple of the Archheart and how you guys could see it, but every time you touched it, it was like a pebble in a pond giving you ripples, and it feels like divine magic, that it has been sealed to those who are not, like physically sealed to those who are not devout worshippers of the Archheart. And if you could find someone or something that would give you the appearance of that, then you could likely get in there. And most times when things are sealed off in such a manner, there's a very good reason for it. In that situation, without him having been there himself. He can't specifically tell you what that super important reason may be, but it wouldn't shock him if there was something in that temple that was worth protecting, and that's why such a barrier was constructed. So,
Okay. Well, I think she would definitely, because that's pretty much what
yeah.
Insight told us. I think what she was more asking was if he knew of any followers that would maybe be willing to go down there with us.
He specifically does not, just because most people that he knows, as far as like religious folk, are followers of where you guys are right now, the temple whose god?
Ayun.
Ayun, there we go. Most of them are followers of Ayun, and he knows that there are people who practice the different religions and the different branches and whatnot, but no one immediately comes to mind that is an outright devout worshiper of the
Okay.
Archart. But he does tell you that since it is an underground sunken city, with that seeming to be the primary religious focus, there may be an artifact or something or further information down there that would allow you to gain entrance into the temple. So next time you have to go down there, that might be worth keeping an eye out for.
Okay,
So,
great.
and other than that, we'll say that you want to do some more language lessons at the Cobalt Soul. There are plenty of
Yep.
people who can teach you, work with you for languages. So we'll say that you can get a total of, do you want to do 4 or 6 hours a day? Pretty much whichever of those you want to do, whatever you find most appropriate for your character.
I think I would. We split the difference and say 5.
Sure, you can get 25 hours worth of language
Okay.
learning towards
I like it. I
Aeorian.
like it.
And I don't remember how many hours I said before that it's going to take for you to become proficient enough to speak
Yeah, I'll check
without-
my notes.
without
It was
gaining
a
fluency.
very fair high amount.
it. Yeah, I think
So-
it was like 100 or something like that.
I want to say it was 150, but I
It
will
might have
check.
been 100, 150, whichever it is. You have 25
Yeah.
more hours towards it. So you have 25 hours towards Aeorian.
I think we could probably just wrap into that 25, however much Nath and Carrie work on, which is kind of, I would think, a little bit more like conversational as
Yeah,
opposed to sitting
so
down and
let's just
Great.
say 28 then, just because you can probably casually have a few hours here and there. Just like bibbity bopping words in
Okay.
for some days. So
Thank you.
28. You do as you're studying at the Cobalt Soul, you do find yourself like in the darker basement rooms more often than maybe before, and you're just kind of trying to register that and kind of, bring all those things together. If you used to want to be an outside, free to the wind kind of floating kind of personality, and now, like you said, you're finding yourself more to those like darker, more meek's not the right word. Darker, more secluded areas of quiet and Myconid-esque kind of rooms.
And definitely like the ones that are underground as opposed to just dark.
Yeah. And you got that underground warmth. You make some stew underground, ground stew. So, all right. And then you guys can, and you can write all those, the letter to your mom and all those other things that you wanted to write. And you can take care of all those too. And then day 6, you'll end up back at the inn as well. Oh no, what did you want to do for the first 5 days?
Like a ton she wants to get done. But I think she would probably go with Carrie to the library
Okay.
and ask if there's books on like how to start a business or just like like economics or accounting, like anything on that general like how to open up a shop. I don't like, it's not a how-to for dummies, but like whatever there is on that general topic.
Introductory.
Yeah.
So you can definitely find some books on how to like the finance part of business. You definitely find some books on that. Like they're pretty easy to find. That's in like the very public portion of the library of the Cobalt Soul. And they do, as you're kind of looking around through these books, you do get some ideas that maybe you should just go talk to some business owners and some business folks that
I was actually gonna ask that as well. Like, I think the biggest reason she went to the library is because Carrie went there, and so she was like, "I'm gonna follow Carrie to the library."
Yeah.
And then what am I gonna do while I'm here? But I was actually gonna ask that as well. Like, if she could just like, be a small child with a notebook going around and asking adults what they do.
Yeah.
That was my other plan for later in the week.
Well, you do
It's
have
take your Ono to work day.
right. You do have the market stalls back at the Suncut Bazaar. You kind of have some FaceTime with the stall owners. Is they're the same kind of people, but then there are others who kind of switch in and out like on a weekly basis to kind of sell their goods. There is the mage at the Mystic Pursuits who who was one of the magic shops the first time, where you kind of went in for a split second and you guys left because you wanted to go to the Bone Garden instead. But you do make your way back over to the Bone Garden. You see Rorosha and her parrot Akil, and the parrot kind of gives you some rundown on how they run their business. And then from there, you actually go on a little bit more of a excursion, a little further to part of town you've never been through before, and you end up here in the Alluvium district. And the reason that you go up here is because there's a big entertainment square called the Opalite Forum, and you see that there are folks from all over town that come here, and this is kind of where they just kind of relax and let some of their just let it all kind of hang out. They're kind of more relaxed, and they're open to talking about their businesses with you. There's also the Alluvium Gardens, and I'm trying to find the picture because the Alluvium district has got a really cool picture. It's a where is it? Here we are. It looks like this. The Alluvium district with the Alluvium Gardens.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so pretty.
Oh, I love that.
So you make your way up, and those are the Alluvium Gardens. It's an arboretum. It's got meticulous geometric layouts of hedges and planters. You see that there are a lot of miners that come up here. There's a fig and apricot and pomegranate tree grove right in the middle. And the reason that you find yourself here is that any visitors to the gardens are welcome to help themselves to any ripe fruit they can reach. There is also a fruit called Kurrak, Kurrak, that's native to the jungles of Marquette, that's got a tough, spiny shell and soft, sweet flesh like that of a mango that's really hard to grow. So you can acquire some fruits up there.
Yeah, I want some fruits.
You got some fruits.
How much fruits do I get?
You'll get this many pounds of fruits. Two pounds of fruits.
2 pounds of fruits.
And you meet a lot of
fruits.
small business owners from around the town, market district, people from kind of all walks of life, some very wealthy folks, some not quite as wealthy folks, some people that you've seen in passing before. You do see the 2 business owners of the black market stall that you managed to make your way to that one day where you accidentally bought drugs on purpose. You see them there, and they kind of give you a head nod, and then you end up back on the 6th day at the Circlet Walk Inn. Not the Circlet Walk Inn, but back at your inn at the Circlet Walk. So you explored a new, fancy, cool, nice little place that's very relaxing. They let you borrow the book on how to start businesses and whatnot, so you did a lot of research into running a business. So
Nice.
basically, the main important things are you need financial backing, you need good product, and good marketing, and a good place to have your business, whether that's like a mobile shop, whether that's a brick and mortar store, or whether that's you go door to door. You just have to kind of figure out what fit your business is going to take.
Right.
I was in fact a business major in college with a focus on sports management, so I could actually give you real
Yeah,
business
don't remind me.
advice. Now you know business stuff. Contract work, man. Boom, boom.
Don't remind me, jackass. Don't you dare say contracts around me ever again.
PTSD. But you do see that when you were up in the entertainment square at the Opalite Forum, it kind of seems like a place where Greenie would have fit right in. You see there are a lot of bards here. There are a lot of folks singing and dancing and telling stories. And at nighttime, towards when the sun starts to set, there are burgeoning writers reading out their latest works. Sometimes you see there's duels of poeticism and wit. So. But yes, so you make your way back, and you see that when you guys all kind of rejoin each other on the 6th day, Pell has kind of just been hanging around Circle Walk, kind of. You see every time you kind of see him, he's been working on this letter, kind of trying to get it put together, and eventually he does send off a letter back to his family, and he kind of just enjoys the time, just to kind of reflect and enjoy his alone time while you guys are all kind of doing your own thing. He enjoys.
You know what? I would probably try to send a letter to like the Darrington headquarters, which I don't actually know if that exists, but I assume that there is some sort of headquarters somewhere to be like, "Hi, I'm sorry, I kind of abandoned to get like." I think I sent this letter once, but it's just like another like, "Hi, just me checking in. Yeah,
Hi,
I'm
it's Ono
alive."
They
again.
actually they just have a pile upon pile of unopened messages.
I mean, for the record, I think this is only the second letter I've ever sent them, but sure.
Yeah. But yeah, you get anyone who wants to send any letters to anyone, you can certainly do that in your time frame without issue. So on the 6th day, you guys all kind of come back together, knowing that you're expecting a message from Jamil in the next 24 hours or so. Is there anything in particular you wish to do on the day before you're expecting to get another summons from Jamil?
Do I need to make breakfast again anytime soon?
I'd say that you can do that on the 7th day if you're expecting
Okay.
a message, so the next day. And
Yeah, we'll do it. Never mind. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
And you can keep those portent dice that you rolled, because you don't need to roll them 7 times.
They are very similar to my last ones.
Yeah, so you can keep those ones, and those will just hold through until the end of day 7, which is tomorrow in game. So, but all right, day 6, when you guys all meet back up, are you staying at the casino, or are you planning on staying at the Step Aside?
I like the casino. That's become like my home.
I have no problems with you liking the casino, but Carrie is way more happy at the Step Aside because it is definitely much quieter.
And you guys all have sending stones, and you can talk to each other.
Yeah, so when you need me, you can message me, and I'll phantom steed and like ride at like 100 miles an hour to the place you guys are staying.
It's like, hey, we're having breakfast. See you in 10. Come over.
And, you know, if you need me, I will turn into a horse and run not that fast, but pretty fast.
Oh,
So-
you can turn into a bird now because you're after level 8. So you can
Oh, shit! Yes, I can.
You can do flying creatures now.
Yes.
Just turn into a giant mushroom fungus covered eagle.
Oh, the fact that Phantom Steed has a speed of 100 and can travel 10 miles in an hour.
It's just wild. That's very fast.
I have a race car.
Yes, you do. You gotta
Basically.
make sure you strap yourself way in so you don't get blown off. All right, so day 6 then kind of goes by, and you guys are able to take care of any last minute business that you need to take care of for that evening. And as day 7 comes, I'll say that the 3 of you are staying at the Step Aside then, and Naf's the only one who ended up back at the casino all the time, hanging out
Yeah,
with my family.
I can get back there
Oh,
in
for
a
sure.
minute.
Yeah, for sure. So I think we established last time that Carrie was the one holding the sending stone from Jamil from the Cobalt Soul.
Yeah.
So you feel it start to vibrate, and as you pull it out of your pocket that morning, before you guys all meet for breakfast, all it says, it's from Jamil, says, well, I've finally got the information I needed. I need you to come to my office as soon as you can. Bring everyone. See you soon.
And I can return a message, right?
Yes.
Right, so I say, yes, we are, I believe, going to eat breakfast together, and then
Alright. You would imagine that he would probably say, okay, if he could respond back, but he cannot. Unless you send a second message through it, but
yeah,
you
no
know,
need.
he knows that you guys got morning stuff that you want to do, and all right. So the three of you, Pell and Ono, all meet downstairs for breakfast like you've been doing every day. The only one out there is Neff.
I will message Naf and say, Ono is making us breakfast. You know that she likes us all to eat together, and then Jamil is expecting to see us afterwards. So either join us here or meet us at the Cobalt Soul.
I'm zooming.
I'm zooming.
So that your response? I'm zooming.
Yes, now it is. I'm zooming.
zooming.
I will. You finish that sentence, and I'm outside the door.
It's pretty fast. You get downstairs and Naf's already waiting for y'all. Ono, you can go ahead and roll your breakfast checks if you want.
Roll for breakfast.
I leave like frickin' the tire marks in the street of Von Corel.
Hoof
What?
prints.
I do a burnout.
It's a medicine check for you.
Why didn't that roll properly? Is my... One second, my extension might not be working?
Maybe.
Do you have dice turned on by accident?
Do I have dice turned on? How would I turn dice on or off?
It does it sometimes on its own.
If it's not rolling the dice on the screen on your D&D Beyond screen, you should be cool. So.
How would I turn dice off if that's what it was?
You would hit manage by your character name, and then you would look down under character settings, and you don't have dice rolling turned on, so it's good. So I should just let you roll your.
Oh, I saw it. It got rolled in D&D Beyond.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Then yeah, that is weird. But yeah, if you go to manage, and then click on character settings, it'll give you the option. It has like dice rolling. You can always click and unclick that.
Cool.
So, and just make sure you have your extension turned on.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking right now. I rolled an 11, but I'm just gonna keep trying to roll until something happens.
All right.
For the record.
So you get to roll 1d6 plus proficiency bonus worth of temporary hit points. There you go. So everybody is gonna get 6 temporary hit points.
Huzzah!
And I will put them on to Pel's character as well. With his Jesus, now he's at 148 hit points.
Christ.
My man.
Fighters, dude.
No, he took all the buffs to make him stronger. His con is his highest stat. Yep, and then tough and something else. So yeah, you guys get together, you have breakfast, and you make your way to the Cobalt Soul, where Jamil is waiting for you. You are all let in, and as you sit down with Jamil, he finishes up some paperwork, sends it off, and then the door closes behind his attendant. And as he provides you all with refreshments, he tells you the following information. During the past week, when I've been researching and gaining further information from the Allegiance, they've they've reported that tensions between them and the consortium, the Vermilion Dream, have continued to increase. The consortium were not very happy that we sent you down with the aid of the Allegiance to do some research in Kael'Maro. They are likely not going to be... They're likely going to be more uncontrolled throughout the city, so we have to worry about that up here. But what we need you to do is we need you to head back down to the back to Kael'Maro. The reason being, after doing some more research, the rift to the Netherdeep that that you were told about and you kind of brought to me, Insight and I we're fully 100% sure that the aboleth that is guarding it is the Apotheon of legend, defending its realm against the invaders, fully believing that the Netherdeep is its realm. It's said that the Apotheon is said to have died inside of Kael'Maro at the end of the Calamity, so perhaps this aboleth is indeed some bizarre manifestation of this fallen hero, as they were not an aboleth in life, obviously. But there are one of two things that I want you to do when you go down. If the aboleth truly is Elixian, it might listen to reason. You may be able to convince them that you're not enemies of the Apotheon and convince it to let you to go into the rift, into the Netherdeep. And if you can't do that, then you're going to have to kill it. I will give you all another 1,000 gold pieces in totality after you've completed this, but I'll keep on researching the Netherdeep, hoping that we can eventually get you there. So we know you're going to need to either convince the aboleth to let you pass or kill the aboleth, and then find more weapons infused with iridium, and maybe you can figure out what you were asking about the Temple of the Archheart as well. That you'll likely have to find out on your own, and the answer is likely down in Kael'Maro. So, any questions?
Sorry, DM. You said we needed to possibly convince
Yes, either convince
the aboleth that we are not a threat to what?
To the Apotheon. Because the Elixian and the Apotheon of legend are kind of two different things. And the aboleth, if it truly is Elixian, the person who you've been getting visions of, you have to try and convince them that you're not it's basically protecting the Apotheon, and if you have to convince it that you are not a risk to it.
I'm sorry, remind me what the Apotheon actually is.
It's interesting because Elixian is dubbed the Apotheon, so it's both.
Okay.
It's both of them. He just can't. Basically, so it's really confusing the way that they write this, but basically, if the aboleth is Elixian, aka the Apotheon, you have to try and convince them, if possible, that you're not their enemy and to let you into their home realm, which is the Netherdeep. And if you can't do that, or that's unsuccessful, then Jamil wants you to just kill the aboleth, and then still go anyway. So this could be a version of the Elixian. It might not be this aboleth. There's a lot of A things around this creature.
Yeah.
This aboleth seems to believe that it is Elixian, and that they cannot be sure of one way or the other yet. So.
My question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Would be: are we being sent to the same section of Kael'Maro or different?
Well, there's only the one way in, and based on where you guys were before, there was parts of Kael'Maro that you had not yet explored. You guys found the tablet last time, and you turned around and went back to the entrance, but you know that there is more past where you were. And the entrance to the Netherdeep, which you saw, it was the the spiky red stuff that you saw a couple sessions ago when you touched the remember the orb that was almost broken where the shark was outside, and you guys went into the tavern for the underwater elf lady. You saw from there the red spiky stuff coming out of the ground, and that's where the lady who you were doing work with Insight told you is the entrance to the Netherdeep. So you know the entrance is there. You know you can't get into it without ruidium-infused weapons, and you know that there's more of Kael Moreau that you have not explored past where you were just yet. So, but yes, you are going down the same path, effectively.
And so they haven't managed to scramble together any of those weapons for us.
No.
They're just kind of hoping that we need to go excavate around, explore around, and find some stuff. Okay.
They've been keeping an eye on the black market, just how you got your first one.
Uh-huh.
But no additional weapons have popped up yet, and that's likely because the Allegiance has really had their foothold down there now, and other than you guys, no one other than members of the Allegiance have made their way down there. So.
Okay. I don't suppose they've given any thought to how one might convince an aboleth that it is not, in fact, Elixian.
Well, they are, from what I've read, intelligent creatures. So, maybe just try and persuade them.
Okay. Oh boy.
We're all great talkers.
Yeah. We've talked our way out of some things.
You danced your way out of some things, too.
I mean, we danced our way out of some things, and we also got robbed on the road.
But yes, anything else I can do for you, I will. But otherwise, you're kind of on your own until we can get more information. So this is kind of the job you signed up for.
Has their potion stock been refreshed over the last week?
Very minimally. There is one greater healing potion and one regular healing potion.
I will buy it.
Okay, so 300 gold pieces total.
Got it.
So you now have one more greater healing potion and one more regular healing potion.
I am pretty much broke.
Well, you know, if you complete this mission, you'll get 250 more gold pieces.
Right.
So
just to be
money
clear,
in, health potions in, you know.
Yeah, just to be clear, Carrie tells this to the entire party. Anything, any health potions or whatever that I'm getting, I consider them to be for everybody. So, on the off chance that, I go down and you guys need health potions or whatever, by all means loot my stuff. Because that's what it's for.
Point at which pocket you put them in?
Where the potions are particularly, yes. I definitely do.
Cool. I don't want to have to, spend an action trying to find them.
Right.
But, not spend... It's not that I don't want to spend an action trying to find them, because that's what my action will be. I don't want to spend an action trying to find them, and then fail.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, you know where they are on Carrie. So if worst comes to worst and you have to dig through Carrie stuff, you have a really good idea of where they are.
So you can find them fast.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, on that note, I organized over this week at some point, let's say, I organized putting my shit into my bag of holding, because sometime between last session and this session, I started doing that better. And I think I put my potions in the bag of holding. I think. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm going to put them in the bag of holding. If they are not officially there yet on my sheet, that's where they're going. So you can do the, reach in looking for a healing potion, find one thing.
Cool. Alright. You have them in your bag of holding. Here, I'll just move them over for you right now, so you don't gotta worry about it. So they're physically in your bag of holding, your 2 greater healings and your 5 regular healings. Yes. There you go. It sounds like we have a wild Pell has joined.
Hello.
Hey.
Alright, so to give a quick rundown of where we are right now, Pell. Everyone spent their 5 days kind of doing their stuff that they wanted to take care of. You basically spent some time writing that letter back to Aisha and your family, and then just kind of explore in the circlet walk a little bit, explore in town some. If there was anything in particular you wanted to look for, to buy, or to do, we can very likely do that. And then on the 6th day, you guys all kind of reconvened with Naf staying at the casino again, like he had been doing all week. You guys had breakfast on that 7th day after you got a letter from, or a message from Jamil. Got 6 temporary hit points from Ono's breakfast. Made your way to the library to meet with Jamil again, where he just told you that the tensions between the Allegiance, the people who you were talking to down in the underground city before, and the consortium, the Vermilion Dream, the bad people, their tensions have kept increasing, that the rift to the Netherdeep is guarded by an aboleth that believes it is Elixian, aka the Apothian of legend, but the Apothian is said to have died in Kael Morrow at the end of the Calamity, so maybe the aboleth is in some bizarre manifestation this same person. And then Jamil said that if it truly is Elixian, aka the Apothian, you might be able to persuade it to just let you through. If not, you'll have to kill it, and then you all will have to find ruidium-infused weapons as keys, except for yourself, because you have the one from before that Jamil gave you. So you'll have to find 3 more ruidium-infused weapons to open the Netherdeep. But he's sending you back down to Kael Morrow to do all of those things. And Carrie just bought the last 2 potions that they restocked with, of a greater healing potion, a regular healing potion, and that's where we are now.
Interesting. Okay.
Now you're all caught up.
I have all caught up.
Cool. All right. Oh, and you'll get 1,000 gold pieces again if you guys complete this mission. So another 250 each. So.
Okay. Sounds good.
So. All right. So.
I do have a weird question for Pell, like maybe it would be the week before, that I forgot to text you.
Okay.
So you're a cavalier, right?
Yes.
So what benefits do you get from being on a horse?
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing?
Well, if you get knocked off, it takes
You
can
get
land on
back
your
up
feet.
again?
Well, yeah, true. If you fall no more than 10 feet, you land on your feet, and if you're not incapacitated. Mounting or
Yes.
dismounting costs you 5 feet instead of all half your speed, and you have advantage on saving throws made to avoid falling off of your mount. So
Those things.
Yeah.
But
there
like,
should be more than that.
There really
you know,
should
out of
be.
game. That's sad.
no, I've really like
Well,
tried to make a mount.
yeah, so
mounted
you get
fighter.
Ferocious
It's-
Charger at level 15, where you can charge against people on a horse or not on a horse, and you can try and knock
Which is
them
great,
prone.
but not until 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like really
Pretty much-
disappointing level 15.
The thing
So-
that we have, like, since my unwavering mark only works when you're within 5 feet, so since we're always gonna be within 5 feet, I can just always do this.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not much.
You would think that a class based around being mounted would require you to be mounted.
You would think.
Or you'd
You
have
would think.
some kind of attacks or something like that.
But remember, you also have this maneuver too now at level 7, so you can also
True,
basically
yeah.
add that, and then you basically get a lot of built-in natural feats into being a cavalier, because they want. I
It's-
think it was built to be like a front line, but have the
Yeah.
ability to be like a mobile fighter more so than
mean,
usual.
It's a really good subclass. It's just like
There's not a lot.
So
more
here's
stuff.
not
here's my
necessarily-
here's my thinking. And I think
Okay,
Carrie's been
thank
feeling
you.
bad that you don't have a horse anymore. Um,
okay.
And this, Alex, here's what I'm pitching.
Mhm.
If we could think of a good opening move, some kind of cool thing that might work if Pal is on a horse, then Pal, we
Wait.
might be able to work out some kind of, this is how we're going to charge into battle thing.
Well,
Are you talking
it doesn't
about, like, a
specifically say
signature move?
you don't.
Yeah, I'm
have
talking about a signature move.
You don't
Holy
have
shit.
to be on a horse. You just mount
But
and dismount a
I-
creature.
So,
So you could wild shape or polymorph him into whatever you want. He could mount
well,
Yeah.
hear me
and
out.
then use that.
It just has to be a creature.
Yeah.
So hear me out. What if I fucking make you an earth elemental?
I don't, you can't
It's kind
change.
of our
You
lumbering,
can't
aren't
turn.
they?
Well, you can't polymorph
No.
anyone into earth elementals.
I can make earth elementals,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could mount that as long as it's bigger
and
than
then
him.
you can ride on its shoulder into
Yeah.
battle.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
You could do
You
that.
can ride,
Wait.
or you could ride in the whirlwind of an air elemental.
I'm loving this signature move idea.
I wouldn't recommend riding a fire elemental.
No, probably not.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that would hurt a little bit.
But
This Carrie can be a warhorse.
I can create an earth elemental, and you can hop aboard.
There you go.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah.
Carrie might be slightly more maneuverable. That's all I'm
Sure.
saying.
But yeah. So you guys can
So
definitely do
let's
that.
give it some thought,
It sounds
give it
awesome.
some thought.
Okay.
because
Some
I
thought.
really would love to see you as a cavalier be able to like be badass.
Yeah, I actually have a horse.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny
I mean,
because
Could we not afford him a horse for the record? Like,
a warhorse only has
Yeah.
20 more
You know what?
speed
We
I
probably
take less
could.
upkeep. I take less upkeep. What can I tell you?
True enough.
carries low maintenance.
Yeah. Compared to a horse, I
Fair.
mean.
All right. Are you guys heading down to back to Kale Moreau?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Guess
Anything
so.
else you want to do in the city?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way in the world today. Everything we got.
I will cast water breathing as a ritual
Okay. Yep. You can definitely
right
do that.
before we go down.
Yeah, you can do that. You know, really, you don't have to even. I'll say if you want, because you know most of, because everywhere you walked, you know, basically until you get to like the busted down library, it's all kind of enclosed in like area. So rather than effectively losing like 25 minutes worth of it, I'll just say that as you approach the area where you were before you busted out into the water, you can do it then, so you get the maximum efficacy of it.
Thank you.
mm,
8 hours.
efficacy, efficiency.
Efficacy is a word. For the
Is that a
record.
word? That
It's a
doesn't
word,
sound like
yeah.
a word.
Yep.
It's a word.
Efficiency is how quickly you can do something. Efficacy is how like effective
It
something
sounds
is.
like you're insulting me.
Well, that's your fault.
Before
That's
Like,
a
you're
you
calling
problem.
me efficacy?
So
Go
you guys,
advocate yourself.
you guys are down here now.
before we go in the water.
Yeah, you guys are
is-
still not in the water yet. You're in the hallway before you would bust outside.
But before we go in,
Mhm.
what are the underwater combat rules? Are there special? There are, right?
There are special underwater combat rules. Underwater
we have, like,
combat.
disadvantage on everything.
Here you go. Here is the underwater combat
do.
rules. Bam.
Oh my god, that's what.
Basically,
pursue Sahagwin.
That's weird.
If you don't have a swimming speed, you have
Oh,
disadvantage.
that's just like an example. Yeah.
Unless it's a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, trident, a ranged weapon attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. Attack rolls disadvantage unless it's a crossbow. It has disadvantage already if it's a net.
Yep.
Or a weapon that is
Super
thrown like
disadvantage.
a
But
javelin.
you now know, Pell, after your weapon, you have the ability to breathe and swim underwater. So
That's crazy.
You're-
I know
you're-
how to swim.
you just all of a sudden learn how to swim more effectively.
That's insane.
Weird stuff. Yeah, so you guys are back under the water. You guys know that you did not go through that door to the south. You went to the door up in the north before, and that's where you found that teleportation circle, that person who was threatening you with their companion, and then you guys made it out into the water before making it to like a half destroyed crumbling building, and that is where you have your where you found your tablet. And you do also have your all your effects from the rules before, from all those rolls that you guys made a couple of sessions
God,
back.
I don't have that written down anywhere.
Well, it's a good thing that I do. So basically, I will tell you. Here, let me see if I can give this to you now. There you go. That's for you, Naf. Oh no,
Right.
yours is still what it was before. Why you had to do all your stuff. Do you need me to remind you what they are, or do you know what they are? Do you remember what your effect is from the stuff?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I figured you did because you're really the only person who it affected last time. But I just
Yeah.
messaged all three of you what all of your guys' effects are. So just keep those in mind. Those are still in play and still in effect. So, do you guys wish to go out into the water, back to where you were before? What's your play? You tell me.
Do you guys want to check out the south area, or just?
Yeah.
There was a couple of places that we kind of wanted to explore but didn't, and I feel like given that this is now our second time here, like, I don't know, I feel like if we've come back and there's still places we haven't explored, I feel like we should just explore them.
I agree. Who's going in first?
I'll go. I'll go.
I'll go first.
Okay,
Oh no, is gonna.
Oh, no,
Can
go
this is
first.
this underwater?
The area where you are right this second, yes, it is. It is a submerged area.
Ono would like to do an underwater somersault into this area.
All right. Yeah. Oh no, just underwater somersaults through the door, and bang! Now you're in here. Yeah. Are you all following Ono's pursuit?
Yes.
Wham!
Look, if we're gonna be down here, we better check it out. It's gonna burn in our hearts forever, like that dumb door that Naf wanted to die at.
I wanted to go in that door so bad, and I'm still disappointed that you guys didn't let me.
It was a bad idea, Naf.
It wasn't. You know, if our previous party member agreed with me.
Damn.
I am
And
going
he
to
did.
toss up the drift globe.
Oh no, as you're making your way in here, you hear the following in your head. I just messaged you. And then this is also what comes with that.
Great.
Yep. So now you have both those things. Alright, hang out where you guys are for a second. You throw on your drift globe. Carrie is gonna put out. What's the lighting on the drift globe?
You would have to
Has
ask.
anyone ever noticed any super fucking creepy voices down here? This is at least the second time that I've heard them.
You know, I thought that was just me.
I feel
60.
like we talked about it, and we probably should.
What do you define as weird voices?
Whisper, if I can't live, something burn in the world,
sorry.
some kind of
That's
shit.
my range that I can throw it out.
I feel like I'm a lot dumber now that.
So it's the light cantrip. Yeah, you had that.
Yeah,
on, I think.
it's lighter daylight. So. Yeah.
Cool. Bright and low, and there you go. That's the drift globe brighten up the world. But yeah, as you guys make your way in here, broken clay tablets inscribed with writing lie among the detritus of this former library. What were once polished marble shelves, now coal-encrusted ruins, overgrown with kelp, and the shattered remains of a circular glass window give off flashes of reddish light. You see that these. Does anyone speak Elvish or Orc?
I speak Elvish.
I speak neither.
Okay.
Nope. No for me.
All right.
Nope.
As well, so go ahead and give me a investigation check, Pell.
That's why Pell was able to speak to the bartender.
Correct.
And none of us were.
Right.
They look like there's familiar elephants. Familiar elephants.
No.
Not again.
Familiar elements of Elvish on there, but they look to just be some weird, complicated old story that you really can't quite make out the gist of. You can see that it was trying, like it was written, but being underwater for as long as it's been underwater, you're not able to really put too much together of these things.
I don't know what this means. Nope. That's too bad.
Is Pell pointed out?
The tablets? I mean, everyone sees the tablets, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not.
Oh.
The tablets aren't hidden. They're just only in Elvish
And
and in Orc.
I don't know how to read them, so like, we're good.
So you're going back out into the water out there. Okay, bye.
How big are they?
Just like notebook-sized tablets.
Heavy
Yeah,
are
like
they?
an iPad.
I mean, it's underwater, so they'd be less heavy because you're completely
Right.
submerged here. So
Well, if I see any with strange writings, can I grab some to translate later?
yeah, you can grab one.
I would like to.
As you grab one and start to disturb them, you see that these ghosts appear out of them.
Oh,
Right. But
Oh, hello,
Oh,
ghost.
right. Um,
hey.
Huh.
Are those like? Are you related to those now that you're dead?
I maybe.
go
I
ahead.
was hoping you would be like, no, that's racist.
Go ahead, Naf, and roll me a DC 13 Charisma saving throw, please.
I'll be all
DC
hey.
13. What now?
Charisma save.
Not my greatest.
11. You're able to be charmed or frightened, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, you guys see Naf picks up a tablet, and all of a sudden, like his eyes kind of flash over. They go like this cold, like
No.
whitish blue. Um, and you see two other ghosts appear.
Oh no.
The two ghosts
Ah.
by Carrie up there look like male elves, and you don't really know what this other one looks like. They don't seem to be hostile, and the one that took over has possessed you now. If you don't feel any, because you're still fully aware that you're there and you're being possessed, you're just not in control of your being. You don't feel any sort of hostility from this ghost.
Is it like Get Out where I'm in the backspace of my own brain?
You're in
Yeah.
the back seat.
Yeah.
And you can effectively communicate with this ghost internally, and as you kind of look at this ghost and you kind of get this look of calm in the ghost's eyes, it kind of whispers to you, "Don't worry, I just want to tell my story. I will bring no harm to you as long as your friends don't harm
Who
my
dies to
friends."
tell your
Uh,
story?
I respond back like, I was just taking this tablet to read your story.
"Oh, I'm just going to tell them as long as they don't attack me."
Don't kill me.
So no worries, you're okay. And then a voice comes from Naf, which isn't Naf's. But I will say, Naf, while you're being possessed, you experience the vision of this ghost's past
Oh.
life. You see their families
Ooh.
and friends, shining alabaster spires of their city in its prime, and the frantic attempts at evacuation as Grumsh began his assault. You see the vision ending.
Can I roll a religion to know about Grumsh?
Sure. Um, you Cool. You see the vision as it comes to an end, with a scene showing the two elves and the orc in a splendid library, about to sacrifice their lives in a futile attempt to preserve their history so that those that they loved would not be forgotten. They look out from a library window and behold a nearby temple, which you recognize to be the temple of the Archheart, not but a few blocks away that you can see. A lone warrior with a spear and a shield, who you know from this possession to be Elixion, stands atop the building. He is cast in shadow while the 100-foot tall figure of Grumsh looms over him and laughs. As Grumsh's sphere descends on the temple, the vision goes dark, and then you feel the possession ending, and this orcish ghost just floats out of
Oh.
Naf, and Naf, you are on your own. And the ghosts, they look at all of you, and the only one who can understand any of them, since you're no longer being possessed, you were able to communicate through the possession. But the only one who can understand them externally is Pell, as they speak in both Orc and Elvish and say hello.
Hello? And I drop my swords.
Oh, as you respond in Elvish, the Orc one that was possessing Naf kind of floats backwards just a little bit, and one of the elves kind of floats forward a little bit, and they nod to you. And they say, "Why are you here? What are you doing?"
we're doing a job. Why? What are you guys doing? Are you friendly? You're not attacking us.
Oh no, we just.
And I do want to like translate for Carrie and Ono if that is
Yeah, you can translate for everyone.
possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ask them if they know common.
Wait, is that the elf lady? Who's
The
common?
language?
No, common's the language.
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 Oh,
Oh my god!
common.
Leave, and never.
I
actually,
didn't hear
I'm-
common.
You know what? I am
Gosh.
teleportating. I'm teleportation
I
circling
heard
him
common.
out of here.
I heard common. I swear.
they-
like the
Oh
the
my
space.
god!
No, we don't, and this is our only tongue that we speak.
Okay, that it's fine.
We just. Are you here to remember our city, or are you here to destroy it further, or protect us? What are?
Ooh.
we would like to cleanse it, tell them, and would appreciate any advice.
Yeah. Cleanse it.
Um. Hmm. All we know is that it was being protected by Alexian the Apotheon, who was trying to save us from Grumsh, and he died right over there. And they point to the church.
This way or this way?
The church is over here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the temple of the Archart. Yeah. Yeah, that's we just want to make sure that he is remembered and that our city is remembered and not forgotten.
You could ask them if they have any reason to believe that he would have been turned into an aboleth.
Yeah. First off, we'll remember your city, even long after we leave, so you don't gotta worry about that.
You all see the three ghosts who looked as tense as ghosts could look, kind of drop their shoulders, and there's an aura of just more relaxation emanating from these ghosts.
They've just become more chill.
Pretty much.
Second off, do you guys do you know what an aboleth is?
No. What is
That's a
that?
good point.
Do I know what a aboleth looks like?
No. I mean, you've seen a picture, but that's about it. So, I mean, not in real life, but just kind of like an artist rendering.
Okay.
I've also had a big book of aboleth that I was given to study and translate
Okay.
to you guys in smart terms.
Yeah.
Baby's first big book of aboleths.
Well, I'll try to explain what an aboleth is in my best way possible. And you think Alexion, for just any possible reason, could be one of those?
Alexian's dead. We know that he tried to protect the city, but the spear came down and destroyed him and inevitably us too. But yeah, he died protecting us.
You saw him die with your own eyes.
We saw the giant spear of Grumsh stab through him into the top of the temple, so one could only be left to assume that he was dead.
Okay.
And we were soon after.
Tell that to the other guys.
You are certain that our city will be remembered and that we will be remembered?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to tell us anything to make sure we remember you? Anything in particular? Or you just want us to carry on the memory of this place?
Carry on
No.
the memory.
Are they able to leave here, or are they stuck here?
I'm just assuming they're stuck, but I'll ask.
Okay.
Can you guys leave?
Not
This place?
Not until we're certain that our city and ourselves will be remembered. We were holding
Because,
on.
uh, Professor Insight is studying this whole area, so perhaps it would be we could tell her that there are people here that they could talk to find out firsthand.
That's a good point. You know, my ghost friends, there are people just like a couple 100 feet over in that way that are actually studying this entire place. And I'm sure they'd really love to meet you guys and learn about the history of your city.
As you say that there are folks studying this place and kind of learning about their history and whatnot, you see the bottoms of their very relaxed features start to kind of glow a little bit. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Oh, why is it
Time to
not
give him
Guidance.
advantage?
time to
Guidance.
give him one of my bad porn die.
Oh,
With a 22, you see that they all kind of in unison just take this big exhale, and you all see for the first time from them these giant air bubbles emanating from their mouths, like they had been holding on to this last gasp of air until they were able to finally release it
Ooh.
and rest. And you see at that point all three of the ghosts in a blinding flash of light. You hear um, only Pell knows what it is because it's in Elvish, and then one you don't understand, but it just says, "Thank you," and then whoo, they disappear.
oh, wow.
And you feel, um, those of you with like more of a religious tie kind of feel that this place is now, this library now feels like its patrons are at rest. So
Ghosts aren't always scary, guys.
What do I what do I
Listen,
know about Big Daddy Grumsh?
Big Daddy Grumsh,
Good old Big Daddy Grumsh.
big Daddy Grush. You know that with a 19, you know that he is known as Grumsh the Ruiner. He's a chaotic evil god commanding hordes of barbaric marauders to destroy, to pillage, to slaughter. Um, you know that the commandments of him are ruin, ravage, and kill, and that the weak
Ooh.
exist to be crushed by the strong and be the strong, and that there are no emotions but fury and joy, and the rest are weakness. And that's all you know immediately, off the top of your head, just as a quick kind of trying to remember what you know about them. And if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure Grumsh is a giant cyclops-looking god. Yeah,
Isn't he the like orc god of war?
Let's see. He is a hulking behemoth of an orc with a missing eye, and the eye is kind of seemingly shifted to the central, kind of looking a lot like Cyclops. And you know that there are some zealous. He's like a god of the giants too, like the hill giants.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know that some very zealous hill giants will ritualistically rip out one eye and worship to him, and some others will simply just wear an eye patch. So you know he's all about evil, murder, god. He's a evil, murdering betrayer god.
God, I need to get away from all these one-eyed gods, gang.
See, if
Okay.
Carrie still knew anything about the constellation, she would actually be able to tell you things about Grumsh.
Good
But
old
she
Grumsh one
doesn't.
eye.
Mm-hmm. But
Big Daddy Grumsh.
Big Daddy Grumsh.
what a guy.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a
Can we go ahead
guy!
What a
and-
guy, man. What a pal.
But yeah,
Can
What
we
a
go ahead now that
pal, what
there
a
aren't
dude.
ghosts?
Good Elixion and all.
Where the hell did you just teleport to, pal? Okay.
I'm gone. You can't
Can
catch
we
me.
fairly methodically poke around and see if we could find anything that we need to advance?
um, all that you find in this sunken library, other than um, like books that have taken on so much liquid, they're destroyed and whatnot, and fish swimming around because the walls have collapsed in a lot of these places, are the tablets there.
Okay.
So, and you know that if you had some time, any of you who wanted to study the tablets and whatnot, you could probably put them together. If you could find someone who could speak Elvish or Orcish, you could probably put them together and figure out kind of what they're indicating.
I know
So
I
at least
wanted to
taking-
Only someone could speak Elvish. Man.
Yeah, I was taking as many tablets as I could feasibly
There are 3.
carry.
Yeah, there are only 3, and you can put them in your back. Yeah, they're just 3 larger ones.
Okay,
The
so
rest,
I will
like,
take
there's
them.
like stone that's fallen down and like tablets of stone that are just like brick basically, but these are like 3 written on tablets.
Okay, because I was picking them up before I got possessed.
Yep.
So.
Well, when you touched one of them, the ghost all came out of them. So
Yeah.
that's okay.
So I'll
Well, and these are exactly the kind of things that Professor Inside is studying. So.
So yeah. So you now have these, just say, 3 haunted tablets.
Oh, I wrote down 3 elven tablets. Okay.
That works too. They were haunted. They're not haunted anymore. So, but yes, and you can swim out further into the open water where you recognize the 8 pillars that are around the temple that you cannot move past, as that is the invisible barrier, which is between these ones. Just because you weren't here last time, Pi, but basically between these pillars, there's an invisible barrier that you can touch and you can see through. You just can't physically pass through it. So.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We're right real close to it?
Yeah, if you go out here through that door. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're out there. And this over here is the temple where you guys went into, the building that you guys went into, fought the
It's got the weird red shit.
the weird mouths and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
nasty.
weird.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, looking in there.
Yep. You can see in there past the barriers, like you just can't walk past the barriers.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
2 of you on top of each other.
Yep.
I'm supposed to be. I'm not like gonna try walking through, but I'm supposed to be able to just walk in there, right, with the sword.
No, that's not the area where you can walk into
Oh.
with the sword. Yeah, that's the entrance to the
Okay.
Netherdeep, which is in a
Yeah,
different
go into
spot.
the Netherdeep by yourself.
Now that's a great idea.
Oh, hey, that's your death door.
But yes, this building over here is the one where you got attacked by those creepy scuttling serpent maws, and where you got the tablet for your woman. So.
For your woman.
I want to just try something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think maybe Carrie had been doing a little bit of poking around with this, in their off week. I just want to. She's just going to put her hands on the barrier. Just gently. She's not trying to, push through or anything. And she's just going to talk to Coralon for a minute.
Okay.
And just say, I know that I do not count as a devout worshipper in your service, but I do serve Ayun, and I know that you and Ayun often work together, and she has set us on this path, and we wish to cleanse your temple. So if you could let us in, or lead us to what we need to come in, we promise we will do our best to cleanse the corruption that is there.
Go ahead and you can roll me a religion check at advantage.
Can I guide myself?
Sure.
Okay.
The prayer is your guidance. Is your guide.
Well,
Roll the d4. See where we go.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a really hard challenge. You need a 2.
yeah. Okay.
Baboosh.
Whew.
It was 25. It was the
Okay.
was the DC. As you kind of touch it with both of your hands and you kind of reach out to Coralon, to the Archheart, you feel the shimmering kind of solidify almost, and this air compressed doorway almost. It feels like your hands now start to kind of phase through this barrier, and you are able to step across. The barrier is still maintaining, so as you step in here,
Okay.
there is not water that is flooding it. It is basically an air pocket kind of before, and the other three of you see Carrie just kind of pass through.
I'm gonna stick my arm back out and be like wiggling my
The-
fingers, like grab my hand, grab my hand.
Yeah. And she could pull each of you individually through if you so chose.
Okay.
You might be able to just cross the barrier without me moving your token over, or you
If
might
we're
not.
in like a little,
I can't.
line.
Okay, cool. We'll just do
Wait a
this. I will
second.
pull you over just in
Now I
case.
can be moved
There you go.
through.
So as you get there, as you are all pulled over, you feel there is no longer water. It's more of this encompassed air bubble. And as you look further into the temple, you see that the interior of the temple is dry, with lavishly sculpted pillars lining the interior walls. The floor is adorned with a mosaic of green and silver glass that depicts two verdant crescent moons atop a four-pointed star. At the center of that mosaic is a red crystal shard pulsating with light and a mockery of a heartbeat. Scarlet tendrils radiating from it and crawl across the stonework against the north wall stands the statue of Coralon. The air in this temple is fresh and smells faintly of incense, although you don't necessarily know where the odor is coming from, the source of it. And that's what you guys see from the outside of the temple.
I don't trust this gang.
I tell them what I did,
Yeah. Okay.
and I just say out loud, "Thank you, our charts. We will do our best."
Before moving in, because I don't trust it, Naf is just gonna kind of like go off to the just step aside a little bit. He's gonna grab out one of his components. He's gonna shake a little vial, and he will conjure forth an earth elemental, please.
An earth elemental. Underwater? What?
Yeah. I mean, it's better than a fire,
That's true. Let me see.
and it can punch stuff. It's the only one that would get affected underwater is the fire.
Here you go. Maybe. Hold, please. Oh,
So I can have my earth elemental hug stuff.
You can, but there's no art for it. I might have art somewhere for an earth elemental, but
I mean, if you have art for a water, I'll take a water. If you have art for an air, I'll take an air.
there you go.
Whatever you got art for, I'll take.
There you go. I don't.
I'll change my spell depending on what art you have. I don't mind. I just know I'm not summoning a fire.
What if fire was the only art they had?
And we use it as a mark of
Guess
pretense.
I'm not using my spell.
Let me. Cool. All right. You should theoretically at this point have an earth elemental in your thing.
I do.
Cool. There you go. So,
Obviously, I don't use its stats because I use the spell stats, but.
Yeah. Those are just that's the token, the actual token from the PHB. So you should be able to just drag that out.
Boom, boom.
Boom. So you summon an earth elemental.
Let me change its stats.
Just remember its stats on there and just use whatever ones the spell gives you. So that way. What's its?
I mean, it's health.
What's its HP supposed to be?
50, and
It's 50. Okay.
its armor class is
15.
15.
Okay. Cool.
And it can make 2 attacks.
Cool. We'll say then it won't be quite as big. It'll just be like a little smaller than. I'm gonna move it over here for a second so I can grab the corner of it and make it a little smaller.
And it makes my spell modifier is the attack, so plus
It
9.
basically looks like it's made of this underwater mud and rock. It kind of rises out of the ocean floor. And Naf, you are, it's a concentration spell, so bam, blue.
Is
Cool. All right. So Naf summons an earth elemental outside the temple of the Archheart. What is your guys' plan?
I'm sorry, I don't really understand why we have an earth elemental right now. What is?
because I don't trust this.
Oh, you're just feeling sus. Got it. Okay,
Listen,
I'm like,
those
I was feeling okay. Now now I feel anxious.
well, those spider crabs sort of came out of nowhere, so best to assume, you know.
Well, isn't Corlon like a good god guy? So like, why is there weird shit
Yes,
in
but
Corlon shit?
it is corrupted, and we must try to fix it.
Here, because you want to see him again. There you go.
Lovely.
Also,
Oh,
why don't
thanks
I?
so much.
Let me just send the Earth Elemental in first.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna take some slow, like moonwalking steps into
Nothing.
the
Nothing happens.
place. And what is this?
That is a glowing red crystal.
Oh, well, I will send him closer to the crystal just to see
Ah,
if there's a reaction.
He needs to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, I'm glad I sent him in. All right. Wisdom save.
He runs away from the crystal.
He starts just sprinting
He runs
towards
away.
us at full speed.
And
That's
then as
fun.
soon as he walks out of the temple, he kind of shakes it off and floats back in.
Hmm.
All right, so y'all
Does
saw
anyone,
that.
like speak elemental that could ask the elemental like, "Hey, what the fuck was that? What the fuck is up with that?" Sort of.
Oh yeah, I can. And so I'll begin speaking. The rock one.
Terran.
Parents?
Theron, thank you. I was gonna say Ignin, but that's fire.
It's scary.
It's
That's
scary.
That's all it says.
Oh, I want to give it a hug.
Buddy.
I mean, I listen. Don't show emotion. He's gonna be gone and dead in an hour.
Damn.
He's just gonna crumble back into dirt. Back to his people. But yeah,
Oh.
he just says it's scary and then looks back and goes, "But it's okay now."
I mean, technically, he has no
Oh.
people. I made him. He is his own people. I am his people.
So it's. I
Trippy.
feel as if that ruidium is the source of the problem.
Seems it. He got close and then he ran.
So should I see what happens if I hit it from a distance?
You notice that it didn't happen until it got pretty close. When he first walked in the temple, there was nothing, but when he got within a few feet of the crystal, that's when he kind of just turned around and ran away. There was no like extra pulsation, no extra effects from the crystal. It just kept beating like a heart, like the light is kind of pulsating like a heartbeat, and it saw it and it ran away. So for all you know, this thing flashing like a heartbeat could have just scared him. You don't know. But nothing changed from when the elemental went in
Okay.
and when the elemental came back.
Gotcha. So yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Is everybody okay with me taking a little pot shot at it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and. Sorry, what?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, oh no, as you do that is like, yes, but also like maneuvering in such a way, like trying to sneak in front of you so that you can still aim, but that like if something was going to like bounce off, that it would hit her.
Well, don't worry. Just stand behind the Earth Elemental.
Yes.
Can I, like,
You
prepare
don't have
for-
to sneak. Oh no, if you want to stand in front of me, that is fine. I
Oh, no,
appreciate the
terrible
protection.
at sneaking.
I appreciate the protection.
All stealth.
Alright, here we go.
Nothing seems to happen.
So it doesn't look like it took damage or.
Nope.
Anybody got any like poof, I can lift that thing out of the air sort of magic?
Kind of. Actually.
Was it like worth using? I don't actually know how much effort magic is. It's all magic to me.
I can use it multiple times. So
Oh, I'm biting my lip so hard.
I will. Oh, well, hold on a second. No, I won't. I'm not. Well, okay. So we can either test it and I get rid of my Earth Elemental, which I just, I used a lot to bring this guy in, or we don't test it.
Well, I think that your elemental could be very useful. So, what are you going to do? Perhaps we can do something similar.
I was going to. You remember that hand I used to be able to form and
Oh,
grab
yes.
things? Yeah.
Yes. Well, I had something not as impressive, but similar.
I mean, I think it's. I don't think the impressive. Have we tried to impress Coralon or like deal with the?
Oh, I just mean that
If it's similar, I don't think it really particularly matters. I don't know what magic is. I'm a step back. Not literally. She continues to stay in front of you.
You were allowed entrance by saying you were here to assist and cleanse. So attacking might not be your best idea, but who knows? It could be. You don't know. Nothing's worked so far.
Wait, yeah. So
Oh,
we. Oh shoot, my computer's dying.
what?
well, but if we're attacking the thing that's corrupting it,
Can
that's
I
different, isn't
can
it?
I can I send in the elemental and see how far he can circle the place without being feared? Like, can he make it all the way to the statue without running?
He can make it around the whole room if he gets within so many feet of the statue. However, I will call for another wisdom save.
Oh, if he gets
Or the
within a
within
few feet of the statue.
the thing in the middle, the red pulsating gem.
Okay, but he's able just to
Oh
be
yeah.
able to circle the room. He can get like here just fine, and we don't see anything happening.
Yeah, if he walks around the edges of the thing and walks there and doesn't go directly through the middle, yeah, he can walk right there.
Okay,
Yep.
I mean I will send the elemental to do that, and then walk back, and I'll say, well, it seems like we can kind of circle the thing if we all wanted to go in and see what that statue's about.
And since the elemental effectively walks and not like float or anything, the ground seems to be safe.
Okay.
Plus, you're already standing on the tendrils anyway, so if the tendrils were going to affect you,
That's
they
true.
already would
That's
have.
true. All right. Well,
So-
I'm just gonna walk in, and I would like to, with my Earth Elemental buddy, just for the sake of not, because I am circling it. I'm not getting close to it, but I would like to, move up to the statue.
All right, cool. You're up that way. Are all four of you going into the church, the temple?
Temple.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
so
stay
cool.
close
Hold
to
on.
Nash.
As you guys come in, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put you back here first of all, so you all come in
Okay.
at the same time. We'll just put you here and put you there, and we'll just say, "Oh no, like right there." As you all enter the temple for the first time, you feel this drastic sense of peace descending upon you. You all decided to go into the church. Oh no.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes. No, you're good. You feel this drastic sense of peace descending upon you. And a vision fills your minds.
Oh yes.
An image comes into focus. You see Alexian, who you have seen before, is on his knees in this place, his head bent and his expression haggard. He looks old beyond his years. He raises his gaze to the statue of Coralon, his eyes clear despite the exhaustion showing on his face. "Whatever it takes," he whispers, his voice filling the room. "Even if it costs my life and my soul, I will do what it takes to protect them." You also see protruding from the big red pulsating crystal in the middle of the room, a shard protruding from the edge of it, looking very clearly out of place. So this whole pulsating shard looks out of place for the temple, and there's an extra small crystal poking out of the larger red pulsating crystal out of the middle of the floor there. So imagine
Is
the
that in the
mosaics.
vision?
The mosaics. No, this is so the vision is
Okay.
over, and on the floor is the silver and green mosaic with that red giant crystal poking out the middle of it, pulsating like a heart with these tendrils, and there's a smaller crystal jetting out of that.
Okay.
And oh man, well now I want to try and get close to it.
Okay, you can all get close to it if you want.
I'm gonna stay back just
I mean,
and hold something.
Oh man, yeah, my
elemental. Only
Can
said
I-
you were scared.
Yeah, can I have my elemental ready to, like catch me if things go bad, and I'll walk towards it?
Sure. Is it just you, or are all of you walking towards it? Let's go in order. So now, if you're gonna prep your elemental to catch you if worse comes worse, you're gonna walk towards it. Carrie, you're gonna stay back and prep. What?
I'm gonna prep blight, and the trigger is if there's anything, that I deem menacing to
Oh.
cast it on.
Okay. Oh no. How about you?
Ono is just honestly feeling real like wants to go touch the thing and is trying not to because it feels like that's what we're
Well,
trying to. So she's just
it's.
gonna try and stay away.
I will say, you see Naf walking up as if to touch it. So.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like now that we've learned that claws are the best in this context, then she's just gonna be like ready to go claws.
Okay. So you're walking up to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then Pell, what is your plan? What are you doing?
I'll go walk up to it too.
All right. So I need the three of you, as you get within 10 feet of this thing, to all give me wisdom saves, DC 15. Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Why didn't mine work? Wait, yes,
Oh, I got
it was
natural
me.
It did.
one.
It did work. So the
Of
two of
course.
you, Pell and Naf, immediately as you walk up close, like you're gonna reach out and touch it, become terrified, and immediately run back to where you came from. You're not blasted away. You don't take damage. You just feel this sense of fear, and you were forced, like you just take off running back. We were, oh no! As you get close, you see them run away, and you feel this warm glowing from the jewel that you wear, and you don't feel afraid, but
Oh,
you do still see this crystal jetting out of this larger crystal, just calling to you to touch it.
Yeah. Oh no. I would like to imagine that Ono like the other Naf was in front, but like Ono doesn't feel like Naf actually got scared and ran away. She just feels like she somehow got there first. Um, is is how she's sort of envisioning what happened here, and yeah, she's gonna touch the butt. That's where she's at. Like that's the vibes of
Touching the butt.
it's like that scene in Finding Nemo. She just wants to go touch it.
Um, as you touch it, a wash of light engulfs you, and only you experience this vision. The rest of you just see this light kind of encompass Ono for a second. But oh no, a wash of light engulfs you, as does the sensation of traveling at great speed. You are going down, faster than you thought possible, as a sharp pain blooms above your breastbone. You keep plummeting. The light diminishes and then goes out. Suddenly, you are looking down upon Elixion as he floats in the blackness. His expression is one of slowly growing horror. He stretches.
Wait, slow.
You cut out.
What? You cut out.
Suddenly, you are looking down upon Elixion as he floats in the blackness. His expression is one of slowly growing horror.
No!
Out at exactly
You
the same
keep cutting out Trump when you say slowly.
Slowly
growing
growing horror.
There we
Okay.
go.
He stretches up an arm to you, as though begging you to take his hand and save him. When you see me, permit me to leave, he says. I can't do it myself. You must. You will. And the vision ends, and the red crystal starts to let out a hiss just before it cracks and explodes. Everyone, except for Ono, sees the red crystal flare with light as it shatters. For a moment, a translucent image of Elixion, his face stern and impatient, appears in the center of the temple. It then disappears, and all is quiet once more. As it is shattering, oh no, I need you to make me a DC 16 Charisma saving throw. As
Can I do my thing to try to redo
Sure.
a saving throw?
Yeah,
I can do it on myself, right? It's not
yep.
other people. I'm just double checking.
Correct. It should be on. It should be on any creature. When another creature you see fails, nope, it's gotta be another creature. So you cannot do it on yourself. But you know what? I'll say for this, you can. But normally no, but for this, yes. We'll just say it costs 2 charges this time instead of 1. So.
Okay.
You don't, so you feel the
Yep.
damage as it explodes. You don't take 1 level of exhaustion, but you do take half of this in psychic damage. So you take 20 psychic damage.
Ooh.
You don't suffer exhaustion. The red light that covers you, you feel it start to kind of permeate its way into your brain through your nose and your eyes and your ears, but you're able to shake it off, and you don't obtain a level of ruidium corruption. All of the negative effects, however, that you had heard from the voice in your head seem to alleviate.
Oh. That was wildly worth it, I gotta say.
Wait, for all of us?
For all of you. Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
I accept that as worth it, TBH.
And as you kind of look down at it for a second, you see that your jewel has changed once more. It has now fully become exalted. The
Oh
jewel
my
of
God.
the jewel of three prayers now fully opens, and it went from this middle gold circle to this left one with the 3 blues to now having the green with the second gold. So
That's so pretty.
and oh no, you now have in addition to what you had before, the AC bonus goes up to 3. Its charge is increased to 7. You can breathe water and gain a swimming speed. Each of your allies within 30 feet of you gains the ability to breathe water and gains a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
Oh my god.
As a bonus action, you can expend 1 of the jewels to target yourself or 1 willing creature you can see within 15 feet of you. The target teleports to an unoccupied space within 15 feet of yourself, along with any equipment it's wearing. It appears in a flash of golden radiance, and each creature of your choice within 5 feet of the new location must make a DC 18 con save. On a failed save, they take 4d10 radiant damage and are blinded. On a successful take, they take half damage and are not blinded. So,
You can make Pell just appear in somebody's face in a blast of radiance.
And blind them.
God damn.
And you
Holy
all
shit.
see that as the red gem explodes and all that light kind of washes out of the temple, I can't make them go away on the map, but all the tendrils are now gone, and the barrier seems to be, it's still there, but it seems to be more passable back and forth. So, and yes, oh no,
Worth it.
oh no,
You know
you were
what?
the
Ono's
only.
just gonna touch all of the dumb shit for the rest of her life.
Yeah, you have not learned a positive lesson here.
Ono has learned no lesson about touching dumb shit. She's like slightly burning, and it doesn't make sense underwater, but it's slightly burning in her brain.
But you are the only one that had that second vision, however. And if you want to share it with folks, I can share it, and they can.
Yeah,
read it.
she's going to just kind of like stare as her brain is mentally on fire for a second for the psychic damage, and then she's just gonna like try and recite it the best that she can, and it was something like this, and I think this happened, and like I'm like what blah blah blah, yeah, this stuff happened, and I'm so confused, and why does that feel so cool? Look at that new thing. It's the same thing, but it's a new thing.
It kind of like warmed up, burned your chest, floated out from behind your shirt or whatever you was wearing that was covering it, and now it just hangs atop of the clothing that you wore on your upper body, it just in its fully exalted, fully opened form. And since you are already attuned to it before, you'll just maintain attunement. So, yeah. So.
God damn.
Well, what's the statue about?
Oh, it's just a statue of Coralon. It's what people, when this town was not sunken, would pray to.
I'm gonna go up. Carrie's gonna go up and just kneel down and pray for a second.
Who the fuck
It's
is
just
Cornelon?
it's just a standard temple.
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
Corlan.
I feel like Ono's also going to join Carrie and just take a moment and say, dear Coralon, thanks for being cool, I guess. I hope your temple's
What
okay
a guy.
now.
Love Ono.
Yeah, love Ono.
Love. Oh no.
I don't really pray, so I'm just gonna leave the altar and like look at Palna. You pray, man? Religious?
Nah, that's not for me. Just let them do their thing, man. Be polite, wait it out.
Want to play rock paper scissors with my earth elemental?
But now
Not with
you
with
have
the Earth Elemental.
now you have the fully formed version with the gold coin of Evandra with the 3 blue gems of the symbols of Sehanin, and with the final opening up of the crescent moon and greenness from Corellan. So it is completely in its exalted state and can be opened no further. So
Yeah, you could play rock paper scissors with him. You might win. He can only make rock.
You know what? Let's test that theory. Let's go, Elemental.
Let's test this theory.
Elemental, I'm going paper. But you gotta go rock, right? So, let's see how it goes. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock.
I go paper.
He goes, and you know what he does? Let's see. He goes rock.
I guess you're right. Okay.
I love that
You
we've
can
had
only
this
do rock.
incredibly mystical, magical thing and this full vestige. Y'all are over there playing rock, paper, scissors.
You know what? For science, 2 out of 3.
And also, it's boulder parchment shears.
It is boulder parchment shears. That is a good point.
I just reinvented it. It's rock paper scissors. Let's do 2 out of 3. Let's see what he does.
Yeah? Okay, well, I feel good now.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Paper.
He does rock.
I found the cheat code now.
I think
I don't think
we have
I
our
don't think you
science.
can beat me.
I think we have our science.
But yeah, anyone who stays within 30 feet of, oh no, you'll know this as soon as you get out into water. You suddenly feel capable of swimming a lot faster, the same as your movement speed. So
I think as we get up, I'm just going to turn to Ono and say, that was very well done. And that looks very good on you.
I mean, thanks. I think it's rather nice, but
oh, here's his in his
No,
full big form.
it
There
did
you go.
sort of hurt a little bit overall, that whole experience. But I mean, that's at least the second time that I've gone and touched something that maybe I shouldn't, and things went okay. And yeah, if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I wouldn't be rich, but I'd have 2 nickels, and that'd be pretty weird.
Well, I suppose you should probably think whether getting copper pieces for touching things that you shouldn't is worth it in the long run. Whether that's going to actually be sustainable. But in this case, I'm glad that you did it. And to be fair, I think that, if she says this very quietly, I think that Pell and Naf were trying the same thing and they just did not manage it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad it was me who got hurt and not either of them. I don't know, like, if anything would have happened, like, magically differently with either of them, but, like, I don't want to see any of y'all get hurt, and it wasn't that bad.
That is a very beautiful thing about you.
So Pell, you got a good. I kind of name everything. You got a good rock themed name.
No.
Yeah, neither do I.
I mean, you got The Rock, but like, I feel like that name.
He's a pretty famous wrestler over on Taldor.
Yeah.
You also have
That
the
feels-
Mulder,
that
who's
feels
an equally
cheap.
famous wrestler.
That feels cheap though. They're twins. I hear they're a tag team.
You know, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll get to something. With it
Maybe
later.
next time I summon him. Yeah.
I mean, does he have a name? Like, does he?
I-
Could ask him.
No, he just came into existence like 5 minutes ago.
What do you want to ask him? Like, if he has a rock name, or is he just there? It doesn't exist, or I mean, it does exist, but like not for long.
He kind of listens to whatever I say. Yeah, I feel like if I ask him what his name is, I'm gonna be told, "Hey, give me a name." So I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Hey, man, I made you like 10 minutes ago. What's your name?"
You see that he looks at you for a second, not quite understanding, like, what you mean by name.
And then I just turn around and I'm like,
Mm.
"Listen, he's nothing but rock, man. What do you expect?"
Could do Rocky. God.
Wow.
Rocky,
Wow.
man.
You know what? You know what? Sure, he is Rocky Man. That is his name. I would like to that I'm renaming his token Rocky Man. You know what, pal? That's good. That's good.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I approve of it.
I got you. You don't gotta worry about that. You can
Next
always count on
next time I summon him, we're gonna have to get a name tag.
me.
Is he gonna
Rocky
be Rocky
G.
Man the next time as well, or is he gonna be a different guy?
Oh, it's gonna be Rocky Man, and
Man 2.
if we go
Rocky
by the
Man
same
Jr.
if we go by the same naming conventions, it's gonna be Rocky Man, it's gonna be Fireman, it's gonna be Waterman, and we can't say the air one because that sounds too close to a certain word.
And that's just the language.
Oh God.
There's also rocks that are just called Tough, Tuff. So
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you
Tough-
should have
Tough man.
brought that up
like-
before Rocky Man because now he's Rocky Man.
You guys were having to, you didn't ask us, so you asked Belle.
We were busy praying.
Yeah, that's why in my mind I had to get this out because they're having a serious conversation in the background. Hey, what's a good name for a rock?
Rocky, man.
Rush, that's so unique. You're the pal. I think you might be the first person in all of Exandria to think of
I got you. Don't worry about it.
Rocky Man.
As,
Wow, you know what? Yeah.
So you guys name him Rocky Man, and you can head out of the temple and go wherever
Alright.
you want to go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Let's go, Rocky Man.
Rocky, man.
Nath and Rocky Man and Pell. The trio.
Oh, no.
I will put you
The
in a spot
trio.
where you guys can see everything, just because you're in a weird spot right now. So basically, there you can see up ahead of you.
You know,
You can see up here these red features, which you know are kind of towards the entrance to the Netherdeep. This is a big, thick forest
Oh.
of kelp. There seems to also be some type of building up here, like a watchtower almost, with a path from here. And you also see down to the southeast, down this way, from this path, there is some other type of villa or house. So
I'm stuck. I can't move.
did you get yourself stuck under Rocky Man?
Rocky
I think I was placed in a barrier. Yeah, I can't move any further right than Rocky Man. Rocky Man is stuck. He's stuck in the barrier.
Where's
Thank
the
you.
goal? Where are we trying
You're
to
not.
go?
You're not
Left
in
or
any
right?
barrier.
I want to go to the watchtower with Rocky Man.
Rocky, man.
Do you see there? That is
There might be weapons there.
that is a cliffside path, and it is only wide enough. You have to go single file along that path. You cannot go too wide.
I will have Rocky Man go behind me in case I fall.
You see,
Are we
it's
swimming again?
you can be, or you can be walking. But it's,
We're swimming faster if you're close to me.
I will say, a narrow winding path ascends a steep rocky slope strewn with oddly shaped chunks of stone. The path,
His father.
The path splits into two branches that each wind up a different 80-foot high peak. What's left of the once elegant villa down here, it looks bigger, rests on one peak, and a crumbling watchtower up here adorns the other. As you look at the stone a little bit closer, kind of thinking that it's made of similar material than Rocky, you notice it's not, as these chunks of stone are shaped like dismembered hands, arms, legs, hands, and torsos of humanoids. And the head-shaped chunks all have screaming faces, and these are petrified remains of the victims of the creature that has taken up residence somewhere around here at some point.
Wow.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, whoever is proficient.
Sure.
That's sort of
Proficient.
You know that they have been petrified, and you know the bodies are too broken to come back to life.
Okay, well.
So something made a split path of petrified humanoids.
So they're gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so they deliberately like lined this path with these,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
We may want to be careful.
Rocky Man can't get petrified.
Rocky Man is rock.
He's
yeah,
already
damn.
rocked.
If he got more rocked, he would just be more defensive.
That's genius.
He would gain in power.
So
When
which
he gains in power, he loses in dexterity.
You thought you petrified the rock, but the rock uses your petrification against you and smacks you with it.
So
Oh my
which
God.
way do you wish to go?
I would like to go to the watchtower.
Okay.
You know. Wait, this entire path is laid out with the
Yep,
petrified?
Both of them, all the way up to both.
Okay. All I'm saying, guys, we do not need to go here.
All I'm saying is that if anyone does dumb shit, I gotta be there to either help out or do the dumb shit too. So if Nafko is going over there, I'm going over with him.
And so is the path to the villa, lined with the stuff too, or not?
It's the whole path on both ways.
The whole thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, because it like splits right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think that we are supposed to be finding weapons with ruidium, yes? So it seems like perhaps a watchtower would have weapons, although they weren't necessarily making the weapons with ruidium, when this area got flooded, when it went underwater. So I don't know which. I mean, I think going to both is probably valuable.
I mean, Pell, you're gonna let Rocky Man show you up?
Yeah, I'll let Rocky Man show. He's made out of rock. I'm a human. What do you want me to do?
That sounds like.
I will say the
Sounds like
villa
scared.
is closer in that you don't have to go so while these paths are effectively like the same distance, the watchtower is higher up, like it's on a higher cliff. Like they're both high up, but the villa is about maybe 20 feet
Well,
lower in total.
if we go to the villa first, we won't have to backtrack, and I like efficiency.
You want to hold Rocky Man, Pell? Will that make you feel good?
Nah, I want you to know that you can turn invisible. I don't have that escape card, okay? I died.
I
like
can
God.
teleport you.
If I turn into stone, can you stop me from turning into stone?
I can teleport your stone form to somewhere safer that we can then turn you not into stone.
The difference between me and Rocky Man, I don't think Rocky Man can turn into stone.
I mean,
I think there's a very valid reason.
I am going to wave my hand in front of Pell's eyes and be like, "Hello, I am also a human."
Then you go first. What is this?
I am. Rocky Man's behind me.
Oh, you're going. That's a bad idea.
You just told me to.
No.
So who's going first?
I am.
Rocky Man, why are you sending that?
Rocky
I'm
Man's
not
gonna be
letting Naf
right
get
behind
too
me.
far by himself, so I'll be right behind Rocky Man.
Alright, so basically it's gonna look like this, right? So this, hold on, I'm just gonna put you guys in this way so I can
Hold
actually
on.
put you guys in
No.
a path, hold on.
If Naf is trying to go ahead of Rocky Man, I'll go in front of Naf.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna lead the pack. All right. And then Ono here, and then Carrie.
Oh,
Can I, like,
okay,
do-
wait.
can I do, like, a
Rocky Man's
slap
now at the end. Where I would like to be is between Pell and Naf. I
Okay.
Hold on.
thought that Pell was gonna be at the back.
Hold on. Can I instruct Rocky Man to like slap Pell out of the way? No. I'm making a point. I'm making a point that I'm gonna be in the front.
All right.
And
Well-
Rocky Man's gonna stand there and take up the space so that Pell can't pass me.
I'll just swivel
Naf.
past Rocky Man.
Naf.
All right. Well, I guess it's like this.
Carrie's trying to talk to Naf. Naf,
I'll go back.
what are you trying to prove right now?
Nothing. I was just trying to walk in the front place in the first place.
Why?
That's how it's been. Because I'm curious of what is here.
All right.
I don't get him, Carrie.
I do not understand it either. It's not.
I think Rocky Man's giving him some ideas.
Well,
Rocky Man is
I
whispering
don't
things to
know.
me.
What?
I think he's a
I
bad
don't know what to think
influence.
about that, but I'm not quite sure why Naf is deciding he has to show off.
Rocky Man, I created Rocky Man, and the first thing he whispered to me in Terran was, "Kill them all." Dude, bro, you have more health than Rocky Man.
Do I?
Yes,
That's awesome.
you should not be scared.
You have almost 3 times the amount of health as Rocky Man.
I have more health than Rocky Man.
So make Rocky Man go first. If you are sort of wanting to be in the front, go
No,
let
he's
him do
baby.
it.
So you guys are making up this path.
My God, we're just arguing about this the whole way.
Are you going to the villa first?
I'll go to the villa. Yeah.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do this because I don't know if it'll let you stay the way it needs to be. We'll just do one of these bad boys here. And you can put yourself wherever you guys want to be as far as
Can I
you guys
listen in to the door?
I'll say as you guys get here, you see the roof of the building has collapsed, but its 20-foot high walls remain mostly intact. Coral grows around a closed stone door at the base of the structure. And as you listen through, you just hear water moving around, maybe something in there swimming. You're not quite sure.
Can I have Rocky Man open the door?
Sure. You want Rocky to be the first through the door?
I want Rocky Man to be the first through the breach.
Okay. Alright. So, we're gonna do one of these over here real quick. I'm just gonna do this just so I know that Rocky's at the front, and I'll just switch you in Rocky places, basically. How about that? So, Rocky, I'm gonna put him over here real quick, and then I'll get to taking the door out.
Oh yeah, can I get sight from Rocky Man? He has 60 dark vision.
You can't see through him, but I'm taking the door down here in a second
That's
anyway,
true.
so... but as Rocky Man slaps open the
I mean,
door-
for map purposes.
Oh yeah, when you need it, I'll give it to you. But
Yeah.
once I open this door, you're not gonna need it anyway. Once he opens he goes and opens the door, and does a 14 hit Rocket Man?
A 14. No.
Shit.
Oh wait, he'll have advantage because it's surprised. 13 won't hit either. But you
Nope.
see this giant tentacled monster
Oh,
swimming
God.
right
Damn,
there,
dude.
and everybody roll initiative, please.
Oh God.
Why are the things in this like underwater area so horrifying?
Rocky Man shares my initiative account,
Okay.
Oh, that's fucking. That's.
and I don't need to take an action to order him, so he kind of just fights for free.
Okay.
You got a 0? Whoa! You got 2 zeros.
That is impressive.
Oh my
That's
God.
very, very impressive.
Oh, 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 what? What? You got 2 zeros. Oh. Out of every single number in a D20, you rolled 2 ones for 2 zeros.
You know what? I deserved it for not completely dying and getting a.
Oh my
a
god.
You know, fate needed to.
Oh
Take
my
it back down a
god.
notch.
You got 2
I
zeros.
mean, let's be real. With initiative, there's no difference between a 0 and whatever the next highest number is. You know?
It's true.
Oh, that's insane. That's so funny.
I screenshotted it. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. Wow.
All right.
Wow,
Well,
man.
I know Carrie is on cat emergency duty, so let's do this real quick. While she's doing that, let's take a quick 5 so I can go pee before we.
Ooh.
Sure. Quick
Excellent.
fire.
Real.
We're back. Yeah, another natural 1 for initiative. Here we go. Pell, you see this giant tentacled monster that just swiped at Rocket Man.
Yeah. God, okay. Can I swim over everyone and get inside?
I will
Yeah.
go ahead and say yes, because you're how far away? Yeah, you can basically swim to the other side of it if you want.
Can I? I can get all the way into like flanking position?
I'll say you can't flank with Rocky Man at this weird position because you're like at his
Cool.
legs. So,
Awesome.
and I don't know if you would consider Rocky Man a friend right now.
True
just
enough.
like
Rocky
Okay.
Man.
Oh, also let it be known, Bob the Lizard is not drowned. So Bob the Lizard is breathing and feeling fine.
Yeah, and I was just gonna
Yeah.
ask because Rocky Man's close to Ono. Does Rocky Man have a swim speed?
What does this? Probably if it says creatures in her thing. Yeah, probably. But it is your turn.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
Well, I'm gonna try to slash at the tentacles.
All right.
'Cause I
Since
think the top of
alright.
it would be.
cool.
Oh,
23. 23 does hit, and a 28 also does hit. So let me do this math right
Oh,
quick here.
hey, you, yes, please.
Minus that. It's gonna be 10, 19, 20. Okay.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okie dokie.
Oh, and I mark it. Gotta remember to say that.
Cool. All right. So it is marked. I'm gonna hit it with a little ba-ding-a-ding right there. All right, Naf, it is your turn.
yeah, and I'm gonna order Rocky Man to attack, and if he has a swim speed, he won't get disadvantage on his attacks.
Indeed.
So let me
Each
just
of
read
your
the spell
allies.
again.
Do you consider Rocky Man to be an ally, Ono?
Come on, he's Rocky Man.
That's a great
I
question.
would
though.
assume, given the discussion of like ordering and who's gonna go first, I would assume yes.
Okay, so I get to make 2 attacks.
Firstly, because it's starting its turn in the thing. I need a DC 16 con save, please.
Okay, from Rocky Man.
Yeah.
Constitution.
So Rocky Man, as one of it's like up in the space of this giant death embrace jellyfish. It gets stung by one of its stingers, and it is considered to be restrained. And it must repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn. I know it cannot be paralyzed, it cannot become petrified because he's a rock, but he is still restrained for the purposes of being stung.
And what does restrain do again?
Gives you disadvantage
Oh,
on
this
all
isn't
the
good.
stuff. So restrained, his speed becomes 0. He can't benefit from a bonus to speed. Attack rolls have advantage. Your Rocky Man has disadvantage, and it has disadvantage on dex saves. So Rocky Man is restrained.
So it would have. Okay.
So basically, since he can't benefit from any speed buff, his attacks would just be normal anyway, because they're melee.
Okay.
But he has disadvantage because he's restrained. So just think disadvantage till he passes the con save at the end of a turn.
Okay.
So.
And that reduces all of his speed, right?
Correct. Yeah, he just can't
Because
go
he has
anywhere.
he has 2 forms of speed.
Yep. All his speed is zip.
Okay, so 2 attacks at disadvantage.
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll 2d20. That's the first one, so a 13 plus 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that hits.
And then here's the second attack. 10 for 15.
I will also hit.
Oh, wow. Okay, so here are the 2 slams, which are 1d10 plus 4 plus the spell's level, which is 4.
So 1d10 plus
So
8. So 2d10
1d10
plus 16.
plus. So /R 2d10 plus 16. That was 2d20. That's my bad. 2d10 plus 16.
There you go. Cool. All right. And
So
that was
24
so Rocky Man's turn.
bludgeoning.
Mhm.
And I go now. And I will take out, and I'm aiming at the creature. I'm like, I imagine it's floating above a little bit. So I'm going to aim above my allies with this as I take out a blue dragon scale and send a line of shocking lightning
Under?
through the waters. It's only 8 damage, but
Cool.
so he takes 8 lightning damage.
Okay. Is that your
And-
turn?
That is my turn.
And since it's the end of Rocky, I think it's at the end of his next turn. So I'll put a little thingy on him because he's restrained until at least the end of his next turn. So we'll
Okay.
just say it's that. That's the restraint thing for him. Carrie.
Okay. So, this looks like a marine creature. Yes.
Looks like a weird modified jellyfish.
So, probably not great breathing air.
You could take that guess.
I'm going to take that guess,
Okay.
and I'm going to control water and
Ooh.
and use the part water aspect and create a trench around it.
Okay. How big is the trench?
Ooh.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because I will tell
Um,
you, because you're completely underwater by
Mhm.
hundreds and hundreds of feet, if you make the trench, you can make one, but the water would still, from the top, overflow back in because there's no air at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Never mind. That won't work then. Okay. Well, what I will do instead then is I'm going to go ahead and can I swim to a place where I can touch one of the tentacles?
Yes, I will say you can go to like right there if you want.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm going to, try to swim quietly, not like it matters. And I'm going to go ahead and attempt to cast Blight.
Ooh.
And that is a con 16 saving throw.
Is that a touch or is that a range spell?
It's a. Oh, I was looking at something else. That is in fact range. Never mind.
Do you want to go back to where you were?
No, I want to find the spell I was looking at.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, it's contagion. That's what I was
Okay.
looking at.
All right.
Yes, and that is still a con 16 saving throw. And if I make it, I'll tell you.
22.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that your turn?
I can use things on saving throws, right?
If that's what it says, you can do. Yeah.
Can it? Yeah, I'll give it a 2.
All right. So it has
Yeah.
contagion.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Well, what we're gonna do then is cast Slimy Doom on it with contagion. The creature begins to bleed uncontrollably, and it has disadvantage on con checks and saving throws. In addition, whenever the creature takes damage, it is stunned until the end of its next turn.
Ooh.
So, the way this spell works, that will not take effect for until we get 3 fails, because those are not immediate. It has to fail 3 times.
Yeah.
So it's got the first fail, because now it's poisoned, right? So at the
Right.
end of each of its turns, it's got to make a con save, and so it has to now. So it'll be 4 rounds in total. So it has to make 3 saves on each turn for the next minimum of 3 rounds. So
Right.
you've now hit it with contagion, and it is considered poisoned.
Yep.
So he is poisoned now. Cool. So he's not slimy doomed, but he is poisoned,
That's what we are working towards.
and it's not a con save, not a con spell for you, which is
Right, which is weird since it's so
Yes.
high powered, but that's
Yes, it is.
you know,
Yep.
that's fine.
And then
That's my 5th level spell, guys.
it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay, cool. So 3 of those in a row, and it makes those at the end of its turn, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
At the end of each of its turns. Yep. And it is now its turn. Okay. Well, it doesn't like that you just came up and slapped it with some poison, so it's gonna attack you.
Sure.
A disadvantage, so a 23.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You are considered grappled. You take 16 piercing damage and 4 psychic damage on its first attack. Its second attack is going to be against the rock man that's attacking it, and it'll be a straight roll because it's restrained. 28.
It does.
For 22 damage to Rocky Man, and Rocky Man is also now grappled by it. And its third attack is going to be on Pell. Actually, that would be at disadvantage on Rocky Man because of the other thing from Pell. Does a 16 hit Rocky Man?
It does. He does take half the piercing, though.
Okay, so we'll just go with the first damage then, since it was less overall, and I had to roll a disadvantage because Pell's thing. So it'll take 5 piercing and 11 psychic instead of 16. So 16. And so the two of you, Rocket Man and Carrie, are both grappled, and then his third attack is going to go against Pell at disadvantage because it's poisoned. Hold on. I should be at disadvantage, so 17.
Nah, we're good.
Alright, cool. So, that is all of its turns, and as it's grappled, you see swimming out from behind one of its tentacles is this swarm of sorrowfish.
I remember them.
And let me roll initiative for the sorrowfish here. 12. Cool. They have a +4. What's your plus?
Oh, eat the jellyfish. It's okay.
My plus is a 2.
Okay, so we'll just do a +1 for them, and they're gonna go right there, and that is its turn because it does not have a bonus action. Cool. Oh no, it is your turn.
Okay, so
He is also restrained, and he's grappled, so we're just gonna do...
I think I'm going to Rage Claw's attack.
Okay, and where would you like to move to attack this bad boy?
I guess, can I flank? I mean, we kind of roll over.
I'll say you can get to like right here and attempt to flank with Pell.
Yep, okay. I'll call that a flank.
Okay.
And now I don't have disadvantage from life?
Nope, all those things, all those disadvantages were gone for all of you once you took...
So I just have actual advantage.
It's just regular attacking for you, so yes, you would have regular advantage right now. So, flanking for you. A 20 does hit it. A 28 also does hit it.
Sheesh.
You raged, so you get third attack instead of your fourth
I
one.
thought I clicked it 3 times, but it looks like it didn't.
Yes.
Let me... It's taken... Oh, that one didn't do advantage, I don't think.
It still hit anyway.
Alright. Damn.
So, okay.
You sure I don't need to do that one at advantage?
No, you're good. So roll me the first 2 first. Okay, 14. That's weird. It's doing it as totals. That's weird. Okay, so 14 and then 14 again, and then roll a crit one. Oh, that's coming up wild.
What's going on?
Yeah, I changed nothing, by the way.
Interesting.
It's like D&D Beyond reset or something.
That's alright. So we'll say 14 for the first one, 14 for the second one, and then because I added them together, and then the third one would be 6 plus 6, which is 12. But you don't get the bonus 5, so it's just 12 plus 3, which is 15. So 14, 14, 15. As you are swiping at it, you see at the last second as its tentacles are gripping on to the things that it has grappled, meaning Carrie and Rocky Man. Rocky Man's a little too heavy to move immediately, so he uses its reaction and throws Carrie in front of your third attack with Body Shield, and Carrie takes the 15 damage instead.
Cool. Cool, cool,
So-
cool.
Rocky
It
Man.
fuels my rage.
It like flips Carrie in front. You slash Carrie across the face, and then Carrie goes back to where
Ooh,
Carrie
remember when you
was.
said you don't like hurting people, and then you don't like seeing your friends hurt? You just hurt your own friend.
Yeah, I am the anger.
Pell, you're starting your turn in its space, so give me a Constitution saving throw DC 16.
Oh, I can do that.
I don't think you can.
You have your bardic
Do
inspiration from
I-
Carrie's mama.
I was literally just about to ask that. What is that? A D10?
Yeah. 15. You needed 16.
Yes.
You needed 16.
Yes.
So,
okay.
You
cool.
are considered to be restrained,
Oh wow.
but you also have
Okay.
flanking, so you have straight rolls.
Oh. Interest. Okay. Okay, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this.
Okay.
Can I like make an athletics check to try to get out of it, or?
That would be an action. Oh, that's restrained. No, you're not grappled by it. You're just restrained because you basically got zapped by one of its little floaty zapper parts
Ooh,
from its
okay.
bell.
Well, and I can't move. Oh, that really. Okay, can I use my Indomitable to try to get out of it, or would that
I'll
be-
say you
is
can
it
use your
a bit
Indomitable
too
to reroll your con save if you want, but we'll
Okay.
keep the one from
Thank
the
you.
D10.
late? Thank you,
So,
thank you.
25, yeah. So you are
Nice.
not restrained.
Okay.
So you don't have to find out what happens if you fail it the second time.
Okay. First I wanna swipe at it a couple times
Alright.
with my sword,
All right, 24 hits, 27 hits. Jesus, yeah.
and then because he did damage someone while he was marked, I get a bonus action attack that
You're
deals
welcome.
an extra 4 damage.
Okay, so it's all of that plus 4 more damage.
Yes.
All right.
And I would also like to mark him again. And you think I could like swim over him next to Carrie, like, and be within 5 feet of Carrie?
Yeah, sure. You want an action surge,
Cool.
or you done?
Oh wow. Oh, you tempting me. I'm action surging. Once I get over here, I'm swinging at him some more.
Okay.
It's not an advantage though. That's
If
bad.
you want to do the action surge at flanking, you can do that and then move over.
I mean, I would love to.
All right, there
I
you
would
go.
love to.
All right, there you go. So,
Okay.
so 12 will miss, 23 will hit, so it takes 22 more damage.
Oh, that's some damage.
Yeah, you
So
did
all that plus 4?
You did 70. I think I added the 4. I forgot to add the 4. Plus 22 plus 4.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Hell.
Oh yeah,
Hell,
buddy.
you just cracked it for 78 damage.
Oh yeah, buddy.
It's looking real bad now.
Damn.
What
it's,
can I say?
It's the swarm's turn now, and they see that you've just swum over, and you basically swam into its space. So, it's gonna use its action, and they're all gonna try this swarm of fishums right here. It's gonna
okay.
swim over, yeah, to basically right here and try and get both of you, because it can get both of you, and ignoring its boss because it's not going to attack the thing that gives it cover. I need both Carrie and Pell to give me wisdom saving throws. Nobody has no disadvantage.
Ew.
Yes.
Okay.
Do good, man.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Whoa.
All right. So, on a success, you'll take half this damage, Carrie. But Pell, you're going to take this full damage, and you're going to be stunned until the end of your next turn.
Whoa. Okay.
So,
That's
Carrie,
cool.
this total damage goes to Pell, and you get half of it, and it's all psychic. 24 psychic damage to Pell, and you're stunned, and Carrie, you take 12 psychic damage, and are not stunned. And that is its action.
Okay.
Yes. Naf.
Alright, Rocky Man's gonna try and attack.
All right. Rockman.
2d20 plus 5 for the first. It's disadvantage, so nope.
Yeah, that will miss.
2d20 plus 5.
Will
Nope.
also miss. And if it's the end of Rocky's turn, when it's the end of his turn, what I'll say is,
Yeah.
since he can't be petrified, he'll just stay restrained. So just make me that con save again.
Alright, I will do that at the end of my turn.
Sure.
As I frostbite the big fella.
Okay. 15. 9 cold.
9 cold
Nice,
damage,
nice.
and he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack roll.
Okay.
And Rocky Man makes a con save.
Yeah, DC 16. So he is no longer petrified at the end of his turn. So his turn's over, but he's not he's not restrained anymore. And you can't petrify a rock, so there you go.
Nope, you cannot. As I said, that's only more armor for him. He should get more health.
Carrie, it is your turn. You're grappled by him, and you're starting in the creature's space, right beside him in melee range. So go ahead and make me a con save, DC 16, please.
Sure, with pleasure.
You are not. So stunned is incapacitated, yes. But you are not.
It is
Yes.
incapacitated?
Yeah, you are not restrained
Okay.
by its stunning things. You kind of
Well
get out of
then,
the way.
if I am incapacitated, he's not marked anymore.
Oh no.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Because if I'm incapacitated.
Gotcha. All right. So you are not restrained by its stingers, but you are grappled by him
Okay.
as he grabbed you. So he did use you as a body shield to attack. To
Yeah,
get the attack of Ona.
He did, and that's cool.
I'm agreeing because he's poisoned.
I think I'm going to go ahead and shift into symbiotic entity form,
Spicy.
and giving me my 36 temp HP. Thank you,
Nice.
because I'm pretty low.
What's your HP? You look pretty fine to me.
Well, you know, it's lower than I usually get unless I'm dying.
That
so.
is true. That is true.
So I'm trying to imagine what this would look like underwater. It seems like it's probably like a lot of sort of pulpy tubers and things like that grow underwater. So maybe not too dissimilar from the creature itself, just in the sense that I have all kinds of little like frills and tentacles and stuff like that. And then I am going to go ahead and let's see. For bonus action. Is anybody hurting? Anybody need a little top off?
Rocky Man and yourself are the most hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, no bonus action, but I am gonna go ahead and spores them.
Okay.
Dare you not heal Rocky Man?
It's a con save, right?
Yes.
6. What's your spore damage? It's what, 1d6
Hang on,
now?
I'm trying to remember how to make this so that it's my symbiotic entity damage. But
Oh,
anyway,
Yeah.
see, I was trying to be good, Alex, in terms
you're
of
good.
technology.
You're good. It's the little red button.
So
up at the
that's
top.
gonna be
I think it's 1d6, right? Or it's
1d6.
It's 2d6.
It's
when you're in
2d6
symbiotic.
because
Yep.
okay, so let me just do this real quick.
And he failed, so he takes 6 damage. Alright. He's looking not great. But if you click the Beyond 20 button, you have it turned on. There you go. Bang. But it'll only show the damage when you like do a melee attack to him.
Yeah.
So cool. Alright, this giant tentacled creature is looking not pleasant. Alright, so it's its turn. Well, it's got Carrie grappled and Ono grappled and Rocky grappled. So it's gonna try and slap a tentacle at Naf because Pel's just chilling there restrained, and this thing can attack 60 feet out. So,
Just chilling.
the 29 for Naf.
Oh no, it doesn't because I give him a 1.
Okay, it goes to hit you, and then you just kind of shimmer through it, and it's gonna try and attack you again with a 29
Yes.
again.
But that's less damage.
It's true. So you got 24 total damage. And so it now has everybody grappled except Pel, and Pel's restrained and incapacitated. So it's gonna try and grapple Pel because it can grapple 6 creatures. So,
Wait, am I grappled?
Awesome.
no, it missed the grapple on you, didn't it? No, did it hit you?
I don't think it's.
All right,
me
then
yet.
it's coming
I
for
think
you.
it's-
It's
Do I-
coming
Yeah,
for
I
you.
was just gonna say.
Do I
Target me,
succeed?
bitch.
I don't know.
You do not. You aren't in its space. So the escape is. So
No,
you're.
I mean concentration.
No, you don't. It fails.
Oh, goodbye, Rocky Man.
So Rocky just poof disappears.
Not Rocky.
So it now has one more free tentacle, and it's gonna try and use its third smack on you. Oh no. 24. And you
Yeah, that
take
hits.
5 piercing and 11 psychic, so 16 total damage, and you are grappled. So everybody's
Cool.
grappled except Pell, who's restrained. Oh no, it's your
Nice.
turn. Make me a con save, DC 16. Pell is incapacitated, should I say. Alright, cool. You're just getting stung by its stingers, but they're not bothering you. You're like, whatever, get off of me. They're hitting you in the shell.
I'm gonna do, you know when girls do that like hand wavy like with their that's what I'm gonna do with my claws.
Okay.
I don't know if my explanation makes any sense, but Pepper's laughing, so I'm hoping it does.
It does.
We're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do 4 attacks.
Alright, well, give me the damage after each one, because you might not need 4. So you hit it. Alright, roll the damage. Alright, 9 damage. Okay, it's still standing.
Oh, that's the wrong button. But
No,
I think
it's adding them together and putting a third for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, but you hit it again. Alright, so with the second swipe, you tear through this thing and all that you see, and it releases the grapple off of everyone. And you are no longer stuck in place. Pell is still incapacitated because of these fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck the fish.
Alright,
Don't do that.
cool.
Can I get over
Call
here to
back.
like
Yep. Yep.
with Harry?
You can fuck them up,
Yeah, you
but
can get right there. Yep, you can basically get right there.
Don't be Kanye.
So you have 2 more attacks, both at advantage against this fish. Yes, you hit it. 12, yep.
Oh, sorry, it didn't advantage. Does that hit though?
It does, but you can roll it again, see if you crit.
It like you know when you hit shift too many times and it comes
Yeah.
up with sticky keys?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
you hit it both times. So 13.
Oh, but
Alright.
it won't be 13.
Oh,
It'll
you're right.
be-
It'll be 8.
Yeah, 8.
All right. So as you hit the fish, both times, you need to make me 2 wisdom saves.
Mhm.
20, you pass. So the second one, 16, you also pass. So you're not virulent sorrow does not have any effect on you. Pell, you are considered incapacitated until until the end of your next turn. So your turn is over.
Sweet.
I'm gonna roll a d6, see if it gets that back. It does. Seeing as you're the one attacking it now, oh no, it's gonna try and desolate drain you. So make me a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Come at me, bro.
4.
oh,
It did.
It did.
You do have your D10 from the mom.
Oh, you know.
If you want the mom.
Wait, what did you say? DC 13 though?
Yeah. You have to get a 9.
I mean, you could.
I could. That seems like a waste of it though.
Alright.
But I guess if I don't use it, it's also a waste.
Yeah.
mhm.
But what if I can attack
It's
it
up-
on my next turn?
Hey, you don't gotta use it. I'm just saying it's there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use it.
Alright, so you take this much psychic damage and you're stunned until the end of your next turn. 29 psychic damage. And you're stunned until the end of your next turn.
Beavis.
Yeah, it's not
Which
cool.
means if you don't take damage on your next turn, your rage will drop. Naf, it is your
Okay, I
turn.
got like 3 more of those.
Alright. I'm just gonna magic missile.
Alright.
Pew!
How many?
I'll just do a first level. So,
Okay.
boom, boom, boom.
13? Alright. Pew pew pew. Alright.
And I will silently mourn the memory of Rocky Man.
Okay.
No.
Carrie, it is your turn.
Hey, maybe I could do something useful. like I have not done this whole damn time. Man, okay. I think that I will just go ahead and try a chill touch.
All right. If it's a ranged attack, being in melee range will give you disadvantage.
So, where? Oh, they're right there. Okay.
Yeah, they're right
well,
between you and.
can I swim back a wee bit?
Sure. It might try and bite you, but you can do that.
Okay. That's fine.
25 for 22 damage because it's got
Okay.
more than half its health points.
Yep.
Is that a disadvantage because you're. Well. What were you trying to do? Use your reaction because you got it now.
I do have a reaction, don't I?
Alright.
Let me go ahead and spit at it.
Cool. What were you gonna ask, Phil?
I mean,
I
I
know.
was. Okay,
that
yeah.
Just, it's some of my temp HP.
Can I use the Bond of Iyun? Oh, that was temp HP? Nah,
Yeah,
never mind.
that
I'm
was
good.
my
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
so-
good. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It
You're
takes it makes 12, so it's gonna take your 2d6.
Okay. It's 2d8
Should be 2d6 for your spore damage.
for chill touch.
Oh, I thought you were spitting at it when you were.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just thinking
You're good. You don't have
too
to
many
use your
steps
reaction.
ahead.
I just thought you were.
No, I was. I said I was.
So 8 damage there, and then you get to roll your chill touch attack.
Yes. It's doing this thing where it won't. Come on. There you go.
27 for 12. Alright, cool. It definitely hits it for 12. And now it's looking about half the size.
For funsies, because I still have a bonus.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna wake up my staff.
Alright. Oh no, you are stunned for this turn. Hey.
Make a roll.
No, it's just over after your turn.
Oh, it's just over.
Yep,
Okay,
it's
cool.
just you're just stunned until the end of your turn. That's all.
Cool.
So now when it comes on your turn next, you are good. And since you were attacked on this past turn, all you have to do is attack or be attacked before the end of this next turn, or your rage falls. Pel, you are up. You are no longer stunned. You see this fish has gotten about half the
yeah.
size. Swarm of fish.
About to start swinging at him.
15.
Make some
They
fine
both
sushi.
they both do hit. 30
Oh, yeah.
damage. Jeesh.
This sword, man. I'm feeling a bit power hungry right now. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
This thing's sort of good.
Yeah, it is.
And I marked the fish, of course.
Yes, marking the fishums. All right. Cool. Okay. That your turn?
Yes.
It does not get its thing back. So, since you're the one that just sliced at it, it's gonna try and bite. It's gonna bite you, and it's gonna bite. Oh no! It's gonna try and bite you first, and it'll be half.
no.
It'll be the smaller or the damage on the right if it hits.
Okay.
17.
Ono will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
That does not hit.
All right. So this is against Ono. A 12. Also, it
Does
does
not
not
hit.
hit. Oh no! The fish are freaking out. Now.
All right, I move in a little bit, and I will cast.
These fish do
Let's
a ton
just-
of damage.
Let's just do
There's
the
one.
same thing. 1, 2, 3.
13 more damage. This thing is looking on death's door. There's less and less fish.
And that is my turn.
All right, Carrie.
Okay. I'm going to swim towards the fish
Mhm.
and go ahead and do a melee attack with the staff.
Ooh, do it.
And we're gonna go ahead and do this two-handed. Since we're underwater, I'm gonna do, try to do a forceful baseball swing.
All right, and then
Shit balls.
so it's you did that as a two-handed, right? So you get to the
Yeah.
9. A 9 does miss. However,
Yeah.
If you
Well,
want to swim around to the other side, you could flank it with Pel if you really wanted to.
Okay, I will, and I will also spit at it as I go by.
All right, so here's the con save for the spit. 8, so it's gonna take the 2d6 regardless.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And then give me the old smackaroony.
Okay. Gonna do it.
Do it. As you swim around, spitting spores at it, and then smacking it with the snake head, the spores took it down to 2 HP, and your staff, as you smack this small swarm of fish, you eliminate it from this plane.
Can we flavor it that my living snake head on my staff just like swallows the fish?
Oh,
Just goes.
yeah, for sure.
So you can see like, fish outlines in my staff now for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
May I investigate the room?
Wait, but as you investigate the room, Ono's going to like run towards Carrie and give her a big hug and be like, "I'm sorry, didn't mean to hit you. I'm so sorry."
Oh,
And then,
it's
like
it's all right.
the rage
Yes.
ends and it just immediately turns into tears.
I'm patting your shell, and I don't actually know whether you can feel that I'm doing that or not, but I'm doing it anyway. Like it is all right. It is all right. See, you saw it. Its tentacle put me in your way. It wasn't you. I know.
All right,
It's
so
all
In
right.
fact, if a turtle works anything like a real world turtle, then yes, they do have a hella amount of nerve endings in their shell.
Yep.
well, with a 9, you're having some trouble investigating this place. There's just too much of the big tentacles just floating in the way. But there is something attached, at least something you do find is there is something attached to the bottom of the Death's Embrace.
I will very carefully reach out to touch and grab it.
Okay.
Do you want some healing, Carrie?
I would not say no.
Why'd you whisper it so weird like that?
As you
You want some healing, Carrie?
as you reach out and grab off of the bell of the giant-looking jellyfish, you manage to pull away a
Thank you.
ruidium great axe.
Oh shit!
Holy, what the?
I grab it, and as it kind of because it feels a bit better, like doesn't feel as heavy in the water. I grab it. I'm holding it. I'm like, oh wow. Hey, oh no, I think I have something for you.
I don't know if you're actually not like so weak that it do this, but I imagine like you're like, this is a heavy thing, and then Ono comes over and is like, hey, look at this toothpick.
But anybody else who also wants to investigate the room can do so.
I would like to.
And I will pass off this ruidium great axe to our barbarian.
All right,
Nice.
so
That does make sense.
all right, so you now have a
But
ruidium great
thanks, that's
axe
neat. I mean,
and
thanks.
another key for yourself into the. Netherdeep.
If you haven't noticed, I don't use weapons,
A great axe.
nor let alone a great axe.
Nah, you got that, man.
Let me be melee.
Work on it.
Look, you were going first, all the way up here, so we figured you maybe would be using that great axe.
Finders keepers, losers weepers. That's how it goes.
But yeah, so you also now have that, so you can add the. You can add that. I added that into your inventory, and you can tune to it if you want to. But you now have a ruidium great axe in there with that 23. As they're kind of moving the tentacles out the way and pulling the great axe off, you find a locked jewelry box in the corner of this villa.
All right.
You can try and thieves tool it open, or just athletics check it open.
I was gonna say if you need just like ripping it open, Ono is very ready to go and rip it open.
I almost but didn't prepare knock.
Well, I'll just hand it to Ono and say,
I mean,
would you do the honors, please?
We could also just take it back. I could put it in my bag and we could try that later.
But there might be, perhaps there is a ruidium wand or something in there.
That's fair. All right.
Athletics check, please.
I mean, I don't want to break it. It's the key thing.
It is a very nice box.
Oh, I think it thought I was still raging.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
you know what? I'll say you got enough there to do it. Just at the tail end, you still have the anger from hitting your friend. You rip this.
I didn't click maybe it must be
Yep.
still in range. That's why.
As you rip this jewelry box open, you find there are a string of pearls valued at 750 gold pieces. There are 2 emerald rings valued at 1,500 gold pieces each.
What?
How many of them?
2. Here.
Sorry, I dropped my pen on the floor, so I'm trying to catch up. Okay, so sorry, a string of pearls.
I posted them right there.
Oh, bless you.
And there's also another ring in there. This one is more magical in nature. It is more of a iron obsidian band with 4 square blue gems with a larger purplish looking gem in the middle with 4 small purple gems, 2 or 8, sorry, 2 on each the top and the bottom of these other 4 gems. And looking at it, I'll say, being a wizard, you can look at it and know pretty quickly what it is. It looks like this.
I would wear that in real life.
I can also cast Identify.
Do it. Cast Identify, and I'll tell you what
I
it
will.
is.
I'll take, if we're all sitting here and just kind of relaxing, I'll take
Take a
10
short
minutes
rest.
to identify.
As you identify it, you recognize it to be a ring of shooting stars.
Oh,
Oh,
my
shit.
god, I want it.
Wow, those are boss. I have one in a different campaign, and they are so fun.
Yep. So there is.
Ooh, wow. Listen, gang, I'll give up my rights to the money if I can get the ring.
Listen, you fucking need some damage spells, that's all I'm saying.
As much as I want one of the emerald rings, I will give up my rights to that if you let me have the ring of shooting stars.
I don't have any issue with having the ring, whether you give up the money or not.
I mean, I feel like somebody has to take the ring. So
No,
like,
it's a good thing for you.
I do agree with this,
right? Like someone's gonna take the ring.
but I'm also
Yeah.
not gonna say no to Emerald Ring.
I mean, to be fair, emeralds are really good spell components.
You would have to get them off of the ring, and that might reduce their value a little bit. But
No, I didn't. Just have the ring, pal.
Yeah,
It's...
I think.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
you mean?
I meant Naf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant
Appreciate
Naf.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the ring of shooting stars then.
Okay.
Let me find that.
So you can add the ring of shooting stars, and then if you all wish to take a short rest, you certainly can.
Yes, please.
You know,
And
I've
if you
spent a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
fight.
So if you guys want a short rest, you can short rest. You can attune to this ring. If you want to attune
yes,
to the
please.
Ruidium axe, just so you have it always available to you as well, oh no, you can do that. And with that, I think this will be a good spot to end this session, where we'll pick up next week, and we'll see where you guys.
That was
move next
crazy.
time. So, for now, we will end here, and we'll pick up next Thursday at 8:30ish, and then we will have a couple weeks break after that. But next week, we will continue with our ventures in Kale Moreau when you guys are just finding really nice stuff. So
Wow.
but all right, until next time.